Welcome back to the Adventures in Silvernell, everybody. Hello. This is a homebrewed fantasy world setting for our online game of Dungeons & Dragons 5e. What's up? This is Campaign 2, Dragontooth Academy, Episode 26. I'm your crazy Game Master, Scott Nicholson, and even crazier are our players. So let's say hello to them. Bendale.
Just a monster? Who am I?
Sounds good to me. Tanner Messer.
Hello, it's me.
Michael.
I lived last week.
Sorry. Michael Jackson.
You're fine. I don't look different. You look different.
And, Erica Webb.
Hello.
This is a villain campaign. It's evil as fuck, which means it's rated R. And that R stands for graphic scenes of death, jump scares, and just good old-fashioned good versus evil. Welcome back, everybody. See you soon. Welcome back, everybody. Look, if you're watching us on Twitch, I got something perfect for you. It's called channel points. We call them rooter points. So every time you comment, or I think if you share, or if you subscribe, or something else, I don't remember, you build up rooter points, and then you can go down to the bottom of your Twitch chat, and you can spend those rooter points to make things happen in the game. Like, give all these players advantage. Chose the nice one this time, guys. Yeah. If you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook, thank you so much. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share us with the world so that everyone can see how evil, twisted we are, especially Tanner. All right. Last time on episode 25, Evening Plume has escaped Dragontooth and joined the fray with Fendaga, Isolila Thelman, and some others. He has summoned the very last worshipper of Asgarath to implant into Dragontooth as a spy against Headmaster Laundry of Fetale. This is the beginning of the story for Livia. Once inside, Livia meets up with Penny and Bee, disguised as dead student Ayla Nerona. However, Livia cannot get her own name right, and even if she did, Penny suspects something is up with her. Penny delivers the package to Professor Maya Trevels and places herself at the top of the professor's affections. What will happen with that? All students enter Voidstone attunement training with famed hero who defeated Asgarath, Godslayer Drix. Not the real one, of course, a memory in the corridors. The party fights off spiderlings in the Voidstone caves, and each attuned to a Voidstone that will carry them safely past the Voidstone mess that is being made to ward off intruders. Russ Quinn wasn't able to get into class due to some lack of wisdom, but he meets up with the team at the end of training, but in a moment of joy to see her boyfriend, Bee tosses him the Voidstone she attuned to. As it flies into the air, she realizes that if he touches this, he will be sucked into the Netherware until who knows can rescue him. But before we see the conclusion to that, let's go back to yesterday. Before Bognak arrived back to school around 6 a.m. from the Astral Plane, he spent 6 years. This is what happened to Bognak. Bognak, you just appeared into the Astral Plane. You're floating. It's bright white in the distance. Every now and then there are these floating at different directions, little islands of broken off dimensions. You've been here before. What do you want to do?
Good to be back. Let's hope it's a little bit longer this time. I was telling Scott about this earlier. If you've never heard Alone Again Naturally, imagine that just playing in the background as Bognak kind of floats through this universe. Just like kind of a soft, nice 60s song. He thinks back to his research on the Astral Plane and thinks of the fountain, the Thousand Fountain, I believe it was called.
Close.
Yes.
Forgot the thousand deaths part.
Fountain of a thousand deaths. Yeah, there's a deaths part, but Bognak's just really focused on it's just the fountain of a thousand something.
Is Bognak looking for 1,000 fountains right now?
He's like, he splits into 1,000 pieces. Yeah, so he's going towards the Fountain of 1,000 Deaths, featuring pink trees and fey-like bushes and grass.
All right, as you fly off, just like you always do in the astral plane, if you can see in your mind and think what it is, you will just basically fly towards there. Any sort of combat or anything while you're in the astral plane, your movement is 100 feet. Just that's how fast you move. You're zipping. You're just flying, not like Superman. You're just kind of like standing in space, just like warping. As you see it flying up from the distance, other small islands are floating past you in different directions. There is no up, down, sideways here. And yeah, you start to make out this chunk of an island floating with like sparkly pink rock on the bottom, and on top it's just littered with these bright pink flowers, these big light red, light white, and light pink trees, and in the middle is this kind of dilapidated stone circle, almost like you'd see in front of a movie theater or something, with a large fountain that's spraying water that's landing back inside. Nobody is there. You fly up. Welcome to the island of 1,000 deaths. Now I'm saying it.
The 1,000 fountains.
1,000 fountains.
Bognak begins digging holes to build more fountains. At least 999 more. I think what he's going to do, so there's no one else around, but from what you're saying, he remembered it being, at least he read in the book, like some sort of safe haven or just like a spot within the realm. So he's just kind of like, oh, this seems like a good place to set up shop. And he's going to just take some lumber and just start setting things up and set up a little stand. And on the front of it, he's just going to hang up the Bognak knick-knack sign that Lee drew the smiley face on at the very beginning. And he's just going to kind of sit behind it, put a couple of like little trinkets on the counter, and just sigh and smile and wait.
Some time will pass, and you'll see off in the distance a crowd is moving. Again, all standing up, their regular positions. This big crowd moving. Some races you don't recognize, but you did read in the book there's a large mass of Githrakis. Githyanki, yeah. Githyanki. I don't know. I've never seen them before. They're going to fly in and just land down as they all are just kind of looking at your stand. One of them, who's like 9'3", very tall with his like nose up in the air with this bright green skin, flowing like purple cape, these long black leather boots that turn into high heels. And he's just going to walk straight up like he's just got this like eyeliner on. I think it's just his natural sunken eye. And just kind of walk over to the counter. What languages do you speak?
It's so common in Dwarvish.
All right, he's going to speak in some language that sounds like someone pushing buttons on a microwave. Like it just does not make any sense to you. But you can tell he's asking you a question with his inflection that goes up.
I'm new in town, so I have my swears here. Do you common? Do you guys do common here? Is there a book perhaps I could use to teach myself your language?
He's going to call forth this dwarf who's like in all this like electrical metal. That's body's like very stiff, almost like he's like a knight in shining armor, but it's like even more stiff. And just pull up the top and this big bulbous red nose that's dripping a little bit of snot. Wipes it and you see these like dark brown eyes underneath. He's just going to say, "Do you speak common?"
Yeah. Dwarvish too. Hail and well met, traveler.
He's going to relay back to the guy that he does speak common. Come again?
Yes. Yeah, I speak common.
All right, through this interaction, because we have 6 years to get through, roll me a persuasion check.
Cool.
Let's see how well this goes.
Boggy. Just a pure 10, just as mediocre as possible.
10. Okay. Over time, they start to talk to you. They're going to try to take all of your shit, but because you're kind of persuasive with a 10, they're actually going to make you part of their crew. This crew goes around and robs planar travelers, especially in the Astral Plane. So your options are join them or die.
Well, time to join them, I guess.
All right, as you sail off on adventures with these Githyankies and a dwarf.
Before I go, I do leave up a sign, "Be back soon" on the Bognak name stand, and go
okay.
off on them. Just like someone will come by.
They're going to take you on multiple raids against different travelers. You're going to see a lot of heroes coming from hero academies, some wizards and shops who accidentally put a dimension in another dimension, got sucked into here. Different scenarios, so just go ahead and roll me a general athletics check.
General athletics. Slightly better. It's an 11.
Yeah, you're able to survive these adventures. You almost get your ass really kicked once, and they have to save you, and they're just going to take some of it from your shit and maybe be like, you need to stay closer to the back. You're kind of useless at this time. Anything you would like to specifically do before I jump forward?
No, just like assessing the crew. I think like another thing I'm doing is like, yeah, cool, I'm with these guys right now, but like my whole reason for coming here is like, I'm trying to be my own journey. I'm trying to be my own man right now. Like I'm being like cabin boy. So I'm going to keep trying to play with the blocks every day. Like every day I'm playing with the blocks that could lead to Inger's army. And I'm just like saying different things, like just talking to it at this point, honestly, like treating it like a journal.
Roll an insight check.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can get through all the checks.
Yeah, another 10. This is just a really, just very mediocre session.
Bognak's mediocre adventure. Okay, yeah, so a full year is going to pass with you either staying with their crew or not, but this thing is going to baffle you for at least a year.
That's fair. And every day I just play with it. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just talking to it, saying words Inger might have liked. Hand. Liver? Barrel horn.
Over time, the head Githyanki with his sexy high heel boots, you're going to learn his name is Warshook. And he was a main protector for the Githyanki against Cthulhu before they all escaped into the Astral Plane. And that if you're going to join this crew, you're going to have to start carrying your weight. So there's one last mission. And if not, they're going to ditch you.
That's guidance on myself before this mission.
Okay, sweet. Okay, this is going to involve 3-dimensional islands crashing into each other. So acrobatics check. I'm doing them all.
Thank God I did that. Do. That's a natural one. With a +1. And with guidance, 3.
You got 1 with all of those. Yeah, so the team is completely scattered. You are knocked to high heavens. You're going to completely lose this crew. Oh boy. Roll me a very, 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 very important... What's better for you, sleight of hand or dexterity saving throw?
Sleight of hand.
All right, roll me a sleight of hand check.
Son of a fucking bitch. 8. These are good modifiers.
You're able to still grab your paper and 5 of the blocks, but one gets knocked to that big monster that's like swimming thing and gets caught in its scales. The one that B tried to talk to.
I go to the block.
There seems to be something about this animal that whenever you try to touch it, almost like if you put 2 opposite magnets, they just kind of like, you just can't get close enough. So you'll have to spend time getting to know this thing because something about it won't allow you to touch it, and you're within 4 inches of its body, like all the time.
gonna fly next to it and be real friendly with it.
All right. What check is this?
Find real friendly.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you to make two checks. The first one's going to indicate what the number's got to be on the second one. So go ahead and roll me an animal handling check. Jesus, here we go.
A 16.
Okay.
Yay.
All right, go ahead and roll me a D4.
A 1.
Okay, so that is a good animal handling for a normal animal. This is something, I won't say what it is, but it's very, very powerful. So it's enough that it has sympathy for you, but it requires your companionship in terms of conversation for at least a year. Second year gone, it gives you the block. You have the blocks left.
Yeah, chill with this fish for a while, hang out. It's my friend now. I'd be like, do you know anything about these blocks? Just looking at it.
It knows nothing about those blocks. Actually, roll me a... you know what? Fuck it. Roll me a performance check, because it wants to know all about where you came from in Dragontooth.
Nice, Gressive. Another natural one.
Are you kidding me? You rolled a 2?
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, man. Okay, yeah.
Hey, stream, use those murder points for advantage. That would help this be a cooler story for all of us involved.
I'm loving this like bottom shelf vanilla right now. This is good. Okay, so it gives you the block, but it doesn't laugh. It doesn't say anything. It just flies away. Goodbye forever.
Okay. So Bognak's he's like, I've been here for 2 years. At this point too, he's kind of convinced, because his first time in the plane, the way time moved, he's like, probably everybody's dead. Like, he's like, Cthulhu's probably coming soon. I've been on raids. I've done this at this point. He's gonna cast guidance on himself, and he's gonna just try and find somewhere to loot himself. Like, he's just gonna try and go for a wizard shop or something.
Perception check. A wizard shop.
Well, you said there was wizard shops that would just enter the plane, and because they
Oh, like the whole.
Yeah.
It would be more like the person at the counter and items. Like the whole fucking shop just flies in.
That's what I thought. Just a room that goes with them. I was like, okay.
Roll me a perception check. If it's 18, 19, or 20, I'll put a whole shop in there.
You know it's not gonna be 18, Scott.
I know.
Why would you say that? It's a 16.
I'll give you the counter and 2 stools.
That's all I need.
Okay, yeah, it's a counter, 2 stools, and this really crotchety old guy who's just looking for someone to play cards. And if you win, he's got some things under the counter, or he can answer some of your questions.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play cards with this guy for eternity, I guess.
Okay, all right.
He's gonna cast guidance on myself. I'm like, I'll play cards.
Yeah. All right.
10 feet apart.
Roll a sleight of hand check. I repeated. I didn't mean to, but I did. Actually, let me get someone's character sheet.
It's okay. It's okay. That's a 10. I hate it here.
All right, yeah, he's able to beat you every time. He introduces his name as Pamela. Pamela is from...
Pamela.
He's from Santi in the Asmar Plains. Shit happens. He'll find a way back eventually. But he wants to know your story. What do you tell him?
At this point, Bognak thinks, again, time scale wise, he's like, Cthulhu's probably already taken over the material plane. He's like, yeah, I don't know how long you've been here. He tells him, Cthulhu's trying to rise again. He's just, he escaped to the Astral Plane. He thought he could find some pirates to help him out. He's been here for a couple years now. Things haven't been going well. Talked to a goldfish for a long time. Killed his best friend. Killed a lot of other people on accident. Don't get too close to me or I'll kill you too. Not on purpose. It's just how I am. But I like playing cards with you. I miss being a regular human guy, though. Or a dwarf guy. That was nice.
He's curious because you mentioned it was a villain school and you had a lot of trouble. He tells you, sounds like you're a good guy. Are you a good guy?
I mean, no. I mean, I don't have problems killing. I mean, like, but I don't like being told what to do. And that's all they're doing. They're telling you how to be villain. They're telling you what to do. I just want to do what I want to do. That's all I've ever been about. So I came here, and I was being told what to do again. And I've just been kind of floating. Because honestly, I don't know what to do anymore. Maybe I am a good guy.
Do you ever plan to go back?
Not that I want to. Not that I don't know if there's even anything to come back to on the material plane.
Didn't you say you had allies there?
Yeah. Yeah, I got some friends. But I end up hurting most anybody I get close to, it feels like. You know, maybe it's better if I stay here. Maybe not. But,
Or maybe it'll hurt more that you don't care to help them.
I don't think any of them need my help.
We all could use a little help. He's going to pull this big old glass at the top. Roll an Arcana check. I'll let you do your pre-guidance. That's fine.
Thank you, Scott. You feel bad for...
These 10s are ridiculous.
You're now the fish that feels bad for my pitiful roll. That's a... With the guidance, a 12. I've rolled 1 on every guidance roll. That's a 12. What the heck?
You have no idea. All right, he is going to say then it's probably best you don't use it, and he's going to put it back. But, you know...
Bognak flips the table.
Because of the way this works, everything flips. He's like, there's no air or anything. Yeah, he's just going to invite you to hang out with him, and maybe you can set up your items and shops here. If you want to, they can just start at like a floating bar.
Yeah, floating bar sounds good. Nowhere else to go for now. Set up a shop.
All right, roll me a medicine check, and I'll tell you why in a second.
Oh, son of a bitch!
What is it?
It's an 11.
Okay, so how a lot of customers come by here is it is Githyanki that have not, got really badly hurt when trying to steal from other planar travelers, and they have stumbled upon your place, and Pamela suggests that they, help them and entice them to come back. So he's very good at taking care of them, but you're kind of just in the way, and it's kind of frustrating Pamela after all this time. And he's like, Bognak, what is it that you... Actually, roll me a d4.
Two.
Two?
Yeah, 2.
All right, so yeah, you're with him for 2 years. So 4 years have passed. And by the end of it, he's getting really frustrated because, they're not buying a lot of your stuff. People just keep coming to try to steal all the shit and then get it. And they're like, I don't want this, and throw it back. Seems like people just keep beating up on Bognak. He's trying his best, but the best is 11. So at the very end, he's going to be like, Bognak, what is it that you originally came here for? You're always staring at something, by yourself, like there's no night, but whenever we go to sleep, you always you're tinkering around with something. What is it?
And I'm gonna pull out these blocks. I've been trying to figure out this puzzle for years. I came here to have a pirate crew, to be a space pirate. I thought that'd be cool. And I was a space pirate, and it sucked. And then I was a goldfish's pet. And now I'm a bad shopkeep, and I just want to do cool stuff. But I show them the blocks, I show them the paper. I'm like, does this mean anything to you? Lost love? I don't know.
Lost love? Like someone they used to love? Is there anyone they used to love?
Oh, yeah, I said Evening Plume, but that didn't work.
They loved this Evening Plume? Are you certain?
Well, I said my name, they didn't love. I guess they didn't love me.
Wow, that's sad.
Yeah, right.
Maybe those aren't their loves.
But how?
Did they tell you they loved Evening Plume?
They were more horny for Evening Plume, I'd imagine. Maybe not love, but they never said they loved anybody.
Roll an insight check. And Jesus Christ, let this be a good one.
Can I please have my I'm begging. I'm begging, Scott, for my guidance.
Yes, go ahead.
Please. It was another 10, but let me have the guidance. That's a 12.
Oh my god.
There's nothing he can do to help you, and it's best for his shop if you're not around anymore, so he's going to kick you out. 4 years have passed. You are back where you started. You have 2 more years. What do you want to do?
Bognak just pulls out a javelin and stabs himself in the head. It's over. There's no scene where he kills Yumi. Yumi gets killed by the headmaster. Like, this is a cool adventure.
All right.
I don't... No, like, like, this is true. So like, he doesn't know where to go. He's going to think back on his notes at this point, and he's going to think about a time where he was first in the Astral Plane and he realized you could just think of somebody. And so he wants to go to Warburton's? What's his name with the high heels?
Oh, Warshook?
Warshook.
You want to find... Okay. Yeah, you know what he looks like? You got a mental image. You fly right to him. You don't understand him, but you can tell his tone from being with him so long that he's not too happy to see you.
Is the rest of the crew with him?
Yes.
Bognak goes to beat the shit out of Worship. Like, I just wanted to be like, just like a sucker punch, and just activates his rings before he gets there. Soul Shield just like beating on this guy. Like, that's what he
Roll an
wants
athletics check.
Please, God.
What is happening?
At 22.
Okay, you pick a fight with them, and you knock out probably the majority. Actually, no, I'm going to say you're going to knock out everyone but Warshook. You just took out like 16 guys. You're bloody. Your shit's torn. Your fucking rings are illuminating, and your chest has gas in it. And you are fucking beating the shit out of them. But Warshook is able to use a hold person on you very well. And I imagine the dwarf is like floating beside you guys, like not fully knocked out, and he just like grabs him to translate. And through the dwarf is going to translate, what the fuck do you want? Why shouldn't he just bury you in an island?
This is a really pedantic question. A whole person keeps my body from moving, but not my mind. And you use your mind to move in the astral plane. So I'm not trying to...
So Bognak takes off.
Bognak just starts spinning like a fidget spinner, like Bee when she was stuck in that jar. Just flies at him with like a spinning fist. He's just...
Okay, all right. So yeah, you're a flying top right now. I mean, they're gonna chase you. Where do you want to go?
I'm flying at him. I'm just spinning around. It's like, you gotta hold me.
All right.
This is chaotic. I'm sorry, Scott.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
After 1810s, I've gotta try something.
Oh my god, I need a different check. I'm not gonna give you the same one. I'll let you roll any wisdom check. Tell me before you roll it.
Any wisdom.
A wisdom one, yeah.
I think they're all zeros, Scott. No, survival. I think
perfect.
I think survival's very active.
Perfect.
That's fitting.
Add your guidance, and for the love of God, add your fucking Will Hamming beloved dice.
Will Hamming beloved die. Absolutely, I was about to say. Okay. Survival.
Oh my god.
What do you roll? I can't see it. What do you roll?
4.
A 4. What is happening?
Oh my god.
This has been 4 years.
What about the gravity in the astral plane, I guess. This fucking Bognak over.
Okay, they're gonna.
Can I still add die to it?
It won't help. Oh, God. Okay, they're gonna capture you, and you're gonna spend a year as their prisoner. At the end of the year, what do you want to do? You got 1 year left. I want what you want. I just want to be very clear, man. I want what you want. The dice hate you tonight.
Oh,
I mean, like, yeah.
I know you're studying that paper. You're trying, for the love of God, to open that thing. What's better, investigation or insight for you?
Yeah, I mean, an insight, but it's still a 0. So, I mean...
They're both 0?
Yeah, the chat's real quick to give me problems, but tonight, when I need you the most, they vanished.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'll try an insight one last time just on these blocks. That's a natural 5. With the guidance, I'm 8. Isn't 8 enough after all this time?
Okay, you've got 1 last year. What would you like to do?
I mean, like, well, like, again, so like, there's no name, there's nothing I can say about Inger. Like, I'm just throwing everything I know about out at this point. This isn't checks. This is just me saying, I've got the blocks lined up. Fetale, Bognak, Cthulhu, Inger.
Okay, do this.
Arrowhorn.
Do this. And then I'm going to break my own game and make it happen myself. Roll a chance die. 100 sides. And I want the percentage chance that you have to get this right. With the last year.
I got a 68, but can we just bump that up one?
Add roll your beloved dice and add a 0 to the end of it. Our audience now is like, what are they playing now?
It's not even D&D. It's a 20. It's a 20, Scott.
Okay. After all of this time, thank you, Thrud. After all of this time, you looked at all your notes. You look back at all the clues lined up. Bognak is fucking beaten. He is lost so much. Even escaping to another plane, like Bognak is literally a second away from glaving his own head off. And it finally, the pieces match up. That Evening Plume himself is a clone. And his original name is Evening. And she wrote that in a very small part of the paper that you remember reading, but they had like words missing because it was like burnt and scratched. And you had just kind of discounted them as like Evening is yeah, she obviously loves Evening Plume, but it finally makes sense and it's worth the try. And you say it, you had the blocks right the whole time. It bust open the other dimension. You see inside, Inger is dead on the floor, and circled around a hero's feast are a bunch of different students, probably 30 to 40. And you see at the end of the table laughing with all of them. Is Kincaid. His chest with an extra piece of sword stuck into his skin where his tattoo is, and they see you immediately.
I'm not just close.
yeah.
I'm not closes the door. No.
5 years down the toilet.
Bognak just like runs in the door and just starts eating from the hero's feast and looking at them all, just like, oh God, oh my God, it's good to see people again. What the fuck happened in here?
They're going to talk about how Inger came in one night and wanted to release everybody. So she one at a time went to them and released them all from stone. Told them that it was Fetale the entire time, that Fetale is harvesting evil souls for Cthulhu, and that she is stalling for some reason, that Cthulhu is ready at any moment if all the students just die now. Whenever that was, so I guess to all of them would be, they're in a dimension. I don't want to think about time. But, yeah, they fucking hate Inger, but She did say that you would come and save them all. And you've come. So tell them what you want and then roll a persuasion check. With advantage.
Thanks for the help, Action Inger. So, yeah. Honestly, at this point, what I want is for all of us to just be fucking free and done with this. So I'm glad you've all been safe in here. It's time for us to get out. There is a ship on the other side of this door, and whoever can help me kill the captain can be first mate. Now, why don't we go out there and be some space pirates, everybody? Also, just a quick inquiry. So Inger just killed herself. Did you guys all just kill Inger?
They're going to point at a couple of guys who killed Inger.
I'll talk to you guys later. So let's but hey, you're clearly powerful enough to kill a teacher. So you guys are a worthy crew.
Kincaid's going to tell you I lead this crew right now, and I will decide... Oh, roll your persuasion check really fast to see how sassy he gets. Shut up, MJ! I'm coming after you next.
Scott, don't let me do it. That's an advantage of 22.
There we go. When it matters.
When it matters, yeah. When it matters. The first one was a 12, so very middling roll.
Okay. Yeah. Kincaid agrees you're going to be the leader because obviously you're much stronger than him, but there are people who are very strong in here, including, and they're going to introduce this very, very tall, skinny lizard folk, and they're going to say, let us introduce to you Professor Grimm.
Wait, what? There's a professor in here?
There was a small time when they wanted to introduce another professor, and they brought a villain back from the past. And immediately he tried to betray Fetale, and he teamed up with Evening Plume and Maya Troubles to overthrow Fetale. And they pinned it all on him, and Fetale gave him to Inger to stuff in here. And he wants nothing more than to kill Fetale.
You, my friend, are a powerful ally. I'm gonna stand far back from this professor, and learning from my mistakes with previous professors, and clear the way around me to say nobody near me, ever. And I'm gonna shake hands with the professor. I'm gonna be like, so, what's your deal?
Like, what's his story?
Yeah, what's his? Well, I mean, what can he do?
He's a very powerful druid.
Powerful druid.
All right, you are able to get everybody out. You are the leader for right now. Go ahead and roll a chance die for the overtaking of... and it's not a ship. Literally, it's just like a floating box that they have because they just float.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're like a swarm of bees in the Astral Plane.
A 12.
A 12 on a chance die?
Scott.
Out of 100?
Scott, I don't control the algorithm.
Okay, you're going to survive. The other Gith Yankees will die, but you're going to lose 90% of the stone people that escape with you. It's literally going to be you, Kincaid, and Professor Grimm are the only left survivors. But you're able to steal their stuff, including a scroll of the clone spell.
And I cast it immediately.
Kincaid's like, well, wait a minute. Perhaps I need to be cloning myself. What happens if we get back and I die? I can't deprave the world of this body.
I pull Kincaid in close. I'm just gonna be like, Kincaid, you did such a good job leading the crew before I got there.
I know.
And, I just really appreciate everything you did, and I appreciate your ability to survive and make it through. But you survived a lot, and I've died quite quite a few times now, just the once, but that's enough for me. So I would like to have a backup plan.
Persuasion check.
$18 on the die.
He agrees. You clone yourself. It creates this like incubation chamber within that box that you guys have, which is your ship, I guess. And there is now the clone spell specifically allows you to do any point in your specific timeline of age. So are you choosing zombie robot Bognak or OG Wimding, oops, I didn't mean to steal the poison Bognak?
Can we leave that for when he comes back to the body? I almost want to roll for it. Like, I almost want to roll for it, because it's not like he's a dead.
Roll a d4. 1, 2 is OG, 3, 4 is undead.
Like, I don't think he knows. Like, I think he wants the OG. I think he really wants the OG. I think Ben wants the OG. But I said I'm going to roll for it. I've rolled so many ones. What?
I would be so pissed right now if I rolled what I didn't want, and then I was like, why did I roll? If I were you.
Because the dice have a story tonight, apparently, and they know what they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I guess. I don't think I think they're drunk, Ben. I think your dice are drunk.
I think the dice are drunk.
Your number away.
Oh God, no! I want it to be OG Bognak. I don't even want to roll.
Okay, then just make it OG Bognak. It's you choose in the spell.
I'm gonna go OG Bognak.
Okay, OG Bognak is in a tube. It is going to take you a year with training with this professor, with Kincaid. It's going to take you a year for Kincaid to even like you, to be honest with you, because he just doesn't. He last time you guys met, he was not very nice. But after that, they're going to use a bag of holding that was in that ship box and throw it into the that another dimensional room, breaking apart Ingerstone prison room and that bag of holding, creating a hole. As you three fly through, the first thing you see is what looks to be inside a Voidstone cave in the corridors of Remembrance, and there is a Voidstone flying past. You see B has just thrown it. Russ Clan is reaching for it, and you see Professor Grimm has no idea, and he's just going to walk out. Boink! It's going to hit him in the head and get sucked into the netherware. Kincaid's like, whoa! Fucking shit!
I hate it here.
It closes up. You are now standing there with Penny. I think that girl's name is Ayla, Agatha. I don't remember. B. Areola. And Ignat, which you remember from the student council. And Professor Roshk. The room will drop its form. It now looks like a new and improved Corridors of Remembrance. Roshk is just staring as you all stand there.
He goes, oh, fuck my stone. Russ, you were supposed to catch it.
I'm not touching that thing. It just sucked a whole weird person inside.
Do we say 2 Bognaks or 1 Bognak?
He's got a clone thing in the like the box.
Okay.
Oh wait, no.
No, I died and went back to my clone body.
Yes,
right?
you died when you came back, and then your soul went to that clone, and then your clone continued to train with them, and then you're back. Now we're clear.
I think Bognak too is just kind of looking down at himself, and he's like,
MJ, your brain hurt?
So you're a human again.
Yes.
I'm just a regular dwarf again.
You're alive.
B doesn't notice Bognak is undead, like not undead anymore. B just goes, oh shit, Bognak isn't dead. That's crazy.
What? Why? Wait, why would I be dead? Where?
You were
Where
gone.
am I?
You were gone for a minute. I mean, Yumi's dead, so I just assumed that you were dead too.
You're the girl from the dragon. This is. I know I have all the same memories. I'm doing a George Costanza quit his job, Scott. I'm doing a George Costanza quit his job and is pretending he didn't. Oh, you're the girl from the dragon. And the other girl from the dragon. Yeah, the wooden girl from the dragon. Hi.
Looks like you lost all your seasoning, Bognak. You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Bognak, nice to meet you. He's gonna hold out a hand.
Did you just say
Pleasure.
Oh.
Shake Penny's hand. Where are we? Just go look around.
The new Dragontooth. They've done some remodeling. Are you all right? You seem a little new, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's only my first day out here.
They're talking. B is like doing circles around Bognak, like sniffing him. Like that's her like form of trying to see what the fuck is up.
Does he smell like Bognak?
Perception check. Watch her get like a nat 20.
I was about to say.
You went 12.
That was a 5.
Contagious, right?
He just goes, shrugs and walks away.
Kincaid's getting into an argument with Roshk. Right
Oh
now.
my god, that's right.
Roshk is like trying to be like, that's fucking Bognak, but Kincaid is like winking back at Bognak. This has been the plan for a year to keep them off their back.
Yeah, so Bognak's just kind of look around. He's like, well, yeah, it's great to be here. It's great to be here. I guess, so Kincaid would be on the plan then, I guess, that we're trying to get out of here as soon as possible to the Findaga rock that Bognak knows about under the telescope. But Bognak knew if they walked into the school, like, he's got the professor's targets on his back. So he's just like, I'm just going to pretend to be young Bognak. It's my first day. I don't know who I am. Some weird temporal thing happened. People have traveled through time before in this realm. And he's just going to kind of like, that's my only shot. That's my plan. But I will say he does have some of the magical items and artifacts and stuff. And he's like, oh, cool, sword stuff. He's going to look down at himself. He's got that girdle on as well.
So which 3 are you attuned to that you probably attuned? Because what happened is you spent 6 years, 6 hours, then you came back, you died, your soul went to the clone spell finishes, reforms you, and then now we're at the next day at noon, so another 6 hours passed. So there was another 6 years that you were there, so you would have had time to attune to those items.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
which 3?
Cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Bognak would attune to the sword. He'd and like, would there be any like armor like that in the horde from the people he killed, just like plate armor or something like that? Or cool. So yeah, he'd attune to that sword, the really dope long sword. He would attune.
Oh wait a minute, is the alternative because the clone you just come back naked? I think that's the like it's just your body center stuff.
So I'm
yeah,
just
over the
naked
6
right
years, you can basically get your armor back that you had before, so you don't have to change
Okay,
stats.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Swinging.
Boggy's here.
New in town.
That is one important detail about the clone spell. He did add it.
That's why B was like,
Yeah, no, literally, I was gonna say that makes my actions completely more weird.
No. Yeah.
Living dicks.
But he's just kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I thought, like, the last thing I remember, we were sentenced to jail. We were on dragons, and now I'm here. But he's attuned to the sword. He's attuned to the cool dice that like you roll and just a random magical effect happens. And he's attuned to the girdle that can make somebody fall in love with you. And so he's going to look at Professor Roshk, and he's going to be like, Hi, nice to meet you. I assume you're someone of power. And then he's going to try and use that girdle on him.
roll a deception check.
Lead with the pelvis.
Lead with the pelvis.
Yeah, lead with the
Believable.
pelvis. Always.
A first person of great importance here.
That's really
Kincaid,
good.
you give me the help action.
Yeah, Kincaid's giving it to you. He's part of the plan.
Oh, thank God.
Let's slap Kincaid the head.
Yeah, the other ones are like, what the fuck, Bognak, what are you doing?
This plays up. I envision you just like run away walking towards Ross.
All right. What?
No, I'm not walking towards Raj. I'm more backing away to see if the girdle works.
Describe the girdle, what it does.
So the girdle, Scott, let's see. Let's go to the magical item list. He's ready to come up. So the girdle, oh my God, it's like so far zoomed out. spell Aphrodite, make people fall in love while wearing the girdle. You can use an action to attempt to make a humanoid creature fall in love with you. It's a DC 17 saving throw, or they're charmed.
For how long?
Indefinitely.
Well, the charmed creature remains in love with you for 1d6 plus 1 days, at which point they will make another DC Wisdom saving throw to attempt to remove the effect. If the creature fails the saving throw a second time, they become permanently charmed.
All right, so go ahead and roll the 1d6 plus whatever it was days, because that's very interesting. So let's see what's at stake here.
4 days. 4 days.
So it'll be 4 days. All right, what check this? What's the saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
I don't know what your DC is. 1 second, let me get a sheet.
17.
He goes to lock the door and stops. Oh. Clever. Escaping into the astral plane. Creating an alternate version of yourself. Such performance. Such gravitas. Must be rewarded. Boggy, boggy, boggy. I am at your service, my dear.
It's exactly what the great carrot would do. I mean, not that I know what that would mean.
The carrot, my plays.
And so Bognak is like, all right. Hi, everybody. And so, like, he's just going to go about, like, talking to Rosh. He's like, Professor, if you don't mind, I'm here, and it's so good to meet everyone. As I look around, I think, genuinely, I didn't think I would get this far. This has been fumbling because I didn't think it would fail that saving throw. For 4 days, this one professor's in love with me, and could be forever. So
If he fails the second one.
If he fails the second one. So I'm just gonna kind of take this chance to reunite my friends. I'm gonna look at the students and be like, fellow students, as you can see, I am Bognak T. Bruiser, and it is great to be here. I'm done with this charade. I'm not gonna lie. Look, everybody, I'm here. I'm back. I can be nice again. I'm not gonna blow anybody up. Woohoo! We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die, students, and that's always been the plan. It's always
Livia's just like looking around like, who the fuck is he, and like, where did he come from, like, what is happening, like...
Yeah, Russ is confused too. What the fuck?
I'm confused. We're all gonna die.
So we're not dying? Like, who are you? What are you doing?
My name...
I'm Ariola Jenkins. Who are you?
I almost certainly remember you from orientation, and I don't think that was your name. My name is Bognak T. Bruiser. I have come back to the school to warn you all of a great evil, the greatest evil, and then I'm going to tell everyone about the Cthulhu plan. Just right there.
Rosh will back you up.
And Professor Ross confirms it. I'm like, so there you have it. There is no vision of villainy for your future. There is only your death to tear down this nation, this world. I had to come
badass.
back. Thank you, B. Anyway, do with that information what you will. I've given up a lot to get back here. We've lost a lot of people. And I don't have a plan. But do any of you? Crowd?
It's like,
Currently, the plan is to survive the heroes who are starting to show up. There's been a whole little to do. So we've got
I might have had
to worry about.
I might have had a
I guess.
plan if the dice treated me better. Quite literally.
I don't know what that means, but I look, your metaphor, I suppose.
Yeah. Anyway, it's time for me to leave. I'm just gone. I just had to tell you all that. Bognak's going to.
You just got back.
Look, if I stay here, Fatale's going to kill me. So, I'm gonna swim for it. I'm gonna go find Will Hamming, and I'm gonna swim for it. So don't come looking. And Professor Roshk, do you have a way that I could jump down?
You want to leave the school, my love?
Yes. Yes.
My dearest, I cannot protect you from Fetale if I cannot find you.
Oh, no worries. You'll always be able to find me.
He's going to walk up and just put a hand on the side of your face and just stroke your cheek. Oh, Boggy, it has been so long. Leans into your ear. I'll make sure nothing ever happens to you. But please, don't swim out into the whirlpools. I don't know what I'd do if I lost you.
Wow. If you can keep me safe, Professor, I'm happy to stay.
I will store you in my room, in my closet.
That sounds like a metaphor, but let's go for it.
Oh, I'll let you out.
Sure.
He has the overwhelming urge to knock Bognak out. I just want to go ahead and say that. I'm literally holding my tongue to not punch Bognak again and knock him unconscious, because I'm afraid he's going to leave.
What's wrong?
I'm just sitting there and like foaming at the mouth a little bit, just like staring at Bognak.
Hey, that's not the response I expected when I came back.
I think she's excited to see you. Honestly.
Yeah, my whole plan was to come back with a bunch of evil students and talk to Fetale about it, and but I don't have any evil students. They all died. I had an evil professor. He died too. So it's just me and Kincaid.
No, don't say it like that. It's actually a great thing for you.
We've gotten really close, Oda. Don't get me wrong. We spent 6 years together. We're very good friends.
Of course, I see you like a sister.
I time for the closet.
Would have left some of those details out about the dying army and the missing potential that we no longer have. But it was a good pitch before you said all that. I do admit. But thank you. We are aware that there's a problem around us, but we do appreciate the thought that you had in bringing us an army, and then having the army, but then losing the army, but then it's all right. It's really okay. But
yeah, I had a lot of big aspirations.
So it seems like
I will ask Roshk as well. No, I don't think I will. Because I feel like that's too much to unload at once. I've already unloaded the Cthulhu plan. This is.
He's gonna see your uncomfort, and he's gonna try to privately, even though Penny, B, Livia, Ignat, and Russ, and fucking what's his flavor are watching. But he's gonna go to you and say, "I couldn't possibly make you do what you didn't want to do. If you do not wish to want to live in my closet, I will let you go. You can easily escape the walls. I'll show you where. You can swim out to your heart's desire. But I will miss you."
I will miss you too. I'll miss everybody so much. I have one question for you, Professor.
Anything.
What does Olivine have to do with all of this? There's a reason I didn't want to ask that, Scott. It feels like it's busting things wide open.
He's fucking charmed.
Yeah,
But-
he's like deeply charmed too.
But he's
like that
he's
booty.
not charmed.
he's not charmed by the others. So in the morning, if you choose to live in my closet, in the morning, I will wake and make us breakfast, and I will tell you everything.
How's it time it is? This is the best I've got.
Very well. I must take time to sneak your name upon Fatale's list to gain you access to Barrelhorn once again. Rehearsals are cancelled. Spread the word. I must go. Prepare!
I follow? Do I follow?
Yeah, so the new Quarters of Remembrance has a teleportation circle in it. You go to that, and that either takes you to the hothouse, death, or death's door. And right now, nobody has access to the hothouse part, so you just go in that teleportation circle. Every student, doesn't matter, you can go down to death's door. He's going to tell you, be careful, it's scattered with void stones. You watched last episode, so you understand that whole area. The electric, or the anti-magic wall you can see through, you can basically jump off and take you guys back, shut and lock death's door. And you're all back in the library looking at the furnace. It's about 2 o'clock. You've got the rest of the day off. What do you want to do?
I think we're taking that in. I think we're all like collectively, like he Bognak appeared, all this happened, and then he ran off, and we're just like,
What the fuck?
I'm just gonna apologize now. The things did not go the way I really envisioned them to any extent. And so, to Scott in the stream, I'm sorry for scrambling there.
No, that was great. No, you had a great plan coming in that you told me about, but those guys hate you, bro. Oh my gosh.
I had a call with Scott like an hour before the session. I was like, here's like kind of what I'm picturing. Here's what I want to do.
they said, nah.
They said, No.
Four natural ones later.
They said dramatic story. I think dramatic dice rolls.
B is very exhausted and very confused. Bognak used a lot of big words. Everybody used a lot of big words that B didn't understand, so B just needs to take a rest for her little pea brain after all of that.
Yeah, we also just got into a fight, so I also would like to take a rest as well. I'm gonna take a short rest at least.
Short rest or long rest?
It's only 2 o'clock. I can't just go to sleep at 2 o'clock.
You'll be up all
I'm
night.
gonna take a short rest.
Okay.
Just an hour.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna take a short rest too, and then I'm gonna like kind of peruse the school, get a lay of the land, and be like, what's where type deal, like.
Right.
Put some images to these words I've been given about where things will be and location-wise and all that.
Roll an investigation check there, Livia.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, you've got this school mentally mapped out. It looks just like the little diorama that they made down in the stone place with Fendaga and with Evening Plume. You've got a stronghold of where you can go and where you can't go.
Perfect. That's what I'll spend my time doing.
All right, well, I guess we'll skip forward to a short rest. It's now 3:30. People are moving around. Rosh is going to approach Penny. Oh, Penny. Penny, 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 my dearest Penny. And it's going to change back into Clea now, and she's going to laugh. He's acting so weird today.
Oh, did you miss the whole to-do? Bognak showed up and was like, oh, I need help. And Ross was like, oh, of course, I love you. Of course, I'll help you. Because you've done such a cool thing with something about dying and being it was a whole, I don't know. But it seems pretty dramatic. But Bognak's back and Rosh is all up Bognak. The teachers love Bognak. Have you noticed that?
Well, I did notice that before, but Rosh was parading and skipping around the library, happy that Bognak was back. I thought he'd only been gone like a night. Why would he be so happy?
I never know how long he's been missing. He was missing for a while, not too long ago, and then he came back, but I think he went missing again. People keep vanishing, honestly, and it's hard to track him. I thought he was dead, but now he looks better than he did before he left. I don't know. It seems kind of complex.
While you were gone, though, Professor Trevels came by to see you. I told her you weren't here, that you were in Voidstone training.
Did she leave a message of any sort, or just stopping by to say hey?
She was just looking for you. She was kind of cryptic.
I guess I should go see her then. It sounds like a hit me back up later. I think you were just a messenger. I do appreciate the message. Is everything going all right with you?
Oh, I'm doing absolutely great. Except,
Anything?
I have noticed that the food that the dinner demons put out, not as fresh as they used to. I guess I really shouldn't be complaining that they are giving me flesh, but just seems like they've been dead a little longer than usual.
That's weird. You think with an influx of dead students, there'd be an influx of fresh meat for you to consume. But you never know. Actually, I saw something with the. There's weird things going on around here all the time. I just really don't know. Just keep your guard up and keep your eyes open because you never know what's going on. But I did love the Rosh disguise. Good job. I was very confused because
Thank you.
do not get along, so that was confusing. But now it makes sense why. So I did like that.
Thank you, Penny. She's going to jump up in your arms, give you a big hug.
I get back.
She's going to lean back and be
hug.
like, that's an evil hug, by the way.
Oh, you're so scary.
I know.
And
I'm going to go take a bath. I smell like bee.
Rude.
You gotta work on your camouflage techniques.
Rude or compliment? I mean,
I'm gonna go swing by Maya, it seems, by Professor Trebles, it seems, see if she needs anything in particular.
She's definitely in her room. She's writing furiously at her desk. She'll see you and... Oh, come in, Penny. Lock the door behind you.
Enter. Lock.
Penny. She's just going to turn and look at her bed that has the package on it. I don't have many people I can speak to about this. I'm afraid Evening Plume has checked out, so to speak. You and I have become allies over this time, and I need someone to talk to. And if you are uncomfortable with secrets, perhaps I could erase your memory after.
Oh, no, I'm very comfortable with secrets. What's going on? What's going on with Evening Plume? I didn't know you two were as close as you seem to have been. I was hoping to make them an ally of mine, but...
Evening Plume and I's relationship is quite complicated. Not good, not bad. Just sometimes it aligns and sometimes it doesn't. She's just going to stare sadly at the package. Penny, please tell me, in your experience, what does it mean to be evil?
I mean, personally, evil is a mission. It's my lifeblood. You see, I'm not like other students if we're doing this whole sharing thing. I came to Dragontooth. I need to be stronger. There's a thing I need to do, and it's take back what has been taken from us. And I speak on behalf of the plants, the Flora as we prefer to call ourselves, in our domain of power, from the fauna, all the living things that have done about. So, I live to kill, but in a very particular, widespread way. Minor murder is nothing to me. I seek to destroy this entire plane, but that takes a lot of time and power, and you don't know this. I'd look so young for my age, but I am technically on the books, 100 and I believe 19 now. Spent a long time watching people, and it made me a little jaded to what I saw. But that is what villainy means to me. To live out your birthright. To seek what you were meant to obtain. And in my case, that is retribution. Destruction of this plane. And once I'm done, then I will leave. I have no ambition to control this world unless, it won't listen. Then sometimes you have to use a forceful hand. But in a perfect world, the Flora will lead, the fauna will die out for a few hundred years. They've had so much time here and they haven't done anything with it. And then I will walk into the drama and I will die and I will move on and my purpose will be completed and I'll be done.
Would it be so bad if you've never achieved any of that and never made it out of the school, but you would have 100% certain that this world would fall, including every plant? Would that be bad?
I'm not so sure that this school's intentions fully align with mine. As you said, you and Evening Plume were sometimes allies, sometimes not. I seek to see the Flora rise, and if I have to destroy them in the process, then I must be here to rebuild them. So I'd love to not have to do that, but I plan to make sure all the choices are made to avoid that. So I do think I need to be around because what's going on, if this school is to represent villainy, it's been very lackluster for me.
Yes.
But I have found it very amusing to see all the fauna run around and scramble. You know that Yumi.
Yes,
one of my
quite a bright
favorites.
student.
Yes, bright student, very powerful. They were very fun to entertain. You know, I got them to send Artheon to Summit to bring the heroes here. I thought it'd speed things up. It was all taking so long. I needed to get things done, but
That was you?
they take. Well, you know,
Is this a deception or a persuasion check? Is this?
it's a fact. So I guess
Yeah,
persuasion.
persuasion. Okay.
It is real.
14. It's not crazy high.
Penny. Your actions, although evil, may have done more harm than good. Knock, 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 knock. You turn and look. Sazmath's at the door. Hey, good evening. Am I interrupting anything? Oh, no, Professor Sazmath, of course not. I was just talking to Penny about her plays. She was looking for advice. Is there anything I can help you with, sir? Oh, just, Fetale wanted me to check in with the professors, see, if everybody wants to have a meeting. Well, I'll leave you to it. Don't want to break up the conversation. He's going to walk away. She's going to look at you. We can speak now. Find me in the morning, and I'll tell you everything. He's listening.
He's always listening. And she kind of nods and starts to walk out.
She's going to stop you right before you walk out. Whatever you do, do not trust Professor Sazmath. He is Fetale's right-hand man.
I walk back up to her. Fetale is like evening plume. Sometimes we align and sometimes we don't. I know where she sits, and Sazmath is far too close to her. He's on my list. But I'm not sure if you've noticed, the teachers have been dwindling around here very suspiciously. And that is not boding well for all of us.
I will tell you in the morning why I think that's a great thing.
I'd love to hear your thoughts. And she will turn and start to walk out.
Night is slowly going to approach. It's going to be that time where Livia has that small window to get onto death's door and jump out that wall because you know they're waiting for you.
Leading up to that point, I'm going to be in Ariola's room, and I'm going to cast Find Familiar, and I'm going to summon my little demon baby cat, and have them perusing the room and, like, the halls and stuff, so I can still, like, kind of, like, but keeping it undercover so I can still kind of tap in to them and kind of see and hear through them as well.
Roll an insight check.
While, like, at the rocks. 19.
It's going to vanish when you go through the anti-magic field. Like if you were to leave it in here while you go out, yeah, because it's a spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the magic won't work through it.
It's not a concentration, though.
Like,
is it just me going through the field that, like?
Because
I mean, I'm just literally.
I guess it would still be there, but you wouldn't be
than-
able to like connect to it.
Okay. Okay.
So
I can communicate it with it the next day if it were to see anything go down.
cool. How long does it last?
I just.
Until you dispel it.
So that I give you accuracy. Yeah, duration. Just happens until I dispel it, or if my familiar.
Okay, I mean it'll work. Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, your familiar, your demon cat is in your room monitoring. If anybody fucking goes in there, they'll know.
Demon's cat name is Bubbles, by the way.
And cat
Is that it? Are you chilling in the room now?
Yeah, well, I guess I'm gonna I did that leading up to the point that I would have to depart and do my thing.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you go up to death's door, you jump off, they're ready with Featherfall, they cast it on you, and you all get back to the secret base in the rocks on Dragontooth Island. Evening Plume is going to ask you how your day was, kind of get little details. Do you think you saw anything valuable or heard anything valuable?
Well, a lot of weird shit happens in this school. I take it, Evening Plume.
Yes.
It being my first day there, apparently someone who was dead teleported back and is alive, and then spilled the beans to literally everyone in the room about this whole Cthulhu Fetale thing that be happening. So everybody knows everything.
Who
The
returned?
professor was in love with this. What do you mean who returned?
You don't die in Dragontooth and return if your soul is evil.
Bognak, Bruiser or whatever. Whoever he is.
Bognak. I watched Bognak be thrown into magma. How did he return?
He was in front of everyone today. I don't know what happened or what took place, but
Bognak
he's back.
He's got a long arm, he's got stitches down his head, undead looking creature?
No, just like a normal looking dwarf.
Or perhaps it wasn't Bognak, maybe
Might
someone
hit his
impersonating.
wife, I don't know, but he's in Dragontooth, so he most likely hit his wife.
But if they believe they are Bognak, we could probably use this to our advantage. If he is Bognak in the school, surely the professors are going to kill him, and I definitely would in service to Fetale. Okay.
Well, the one professor was licking his asshole that was there. I don't know what that was about, but he immediately saw Bognak. Drama! And then the whole time.
He used the
he's
girdle.
living in his closet or some shit. Bognak's living in the professor's closet.
It is Bognak. He stole all of the items from Kamappa. There's only a couple items that are powerful enough to do that. Very clever, Bognak. Okay. That was your training. We can tell you can get through. You can perform your way through, and you're convincing. Great job.
Listen, about the convincing part. For some reason, I don't think they're buying it. I keep getting weird looks.
You told him your name was Ayla Nerona?
Yeah, Areola Franklin.
That's not your name. Ayla Nerona. You have to know your own name.
Ayla Nerona, right?
Yes, perhaps you should definitely work on that. Look, this is very important. Fendaga's going to step up, take her hood. Look here. We are fucking counting on you, okay? Don't fuck this up for us. Patience, Fenda. Fenda is just concerned.
Patience and back the fuck down, Fenda.
Ladies, listen, this is bigger than all of us, okay? We need you to convince Troubles to release the poison.
Explain? What poison is this Trebles releasing?
Professor Maya
That's
Trebles...
Professor, right?
Professor Maya Trebles has a very potent poison from the Underdark that was brought up by Korog. Korog was murdered by Asgarath, and it began to spread in the Kolbrador jungle. Over her training and her time, she found out how to embolden it. She has ordered a special package, which she thinks she might want to release. This story is very big, but the important thing is it needs to be released now. Everyone in that building needs to die. If not, heroes are on their way. Their souls are good. That's not good for us. We need evil souls. It's time.
I'll communicate that to Trebles tomorrow.
And bring us Bognak.
You want Bognak?
He'll die if he stays in there. He is...
Well, apparently it wouldn't be the first time.
Perhaps he's our lucky charm. 3, 4, 5, 6 more times. Fetale wants him dead. Fetale wants him. She'll do things to get him. He'll be our little bait. You know, it's funny. I used to treat him like this with someone before, named Yumi.
Oh. Yeah, they came up today. I heard that they died too, apparently. Oh well.
Fendagal will give you the rest of the details. Have a good night's sleep. In the morning, your mission begins. B, what are you doing?
like B would meet up with Russ because B is still confused about everything that transpired earlier. B zoned out for a little bit, didn't get a lot of the big words that were being thrown back and forth, so he's gonna pick his brain, you know, the one with the bigger brain out of the two of them, to see what would be going on, or what he thinks might be going on.
Out of the two who?
Out of the two, between B and Russ. Russ is the smarter one, so he's asking what the fuck everyone was talking about.
As you guys talk, go ahead and roll an insight check with advantage.
Oh my god, that was a 7 with advantage.
Yeah, with him helping you. All he can gather is Cthulhu, the same thing you've talked about before, and somehow Bognak was murdered by Fetale and then came back alive, so that's all he's got.
He still doesn't get it, but B just shrugs.
Maybe Russell try some reconnaissance overnight, see if he can find out anything else. And also he just wants to say that, and he's gonna kiss you.
Love it.
And he's gonna look down. Damn it.
Yeah, nothing, right? I believe it.
It didn't make dinos.
Before Bognak whispers to Russ before he left, I killed him.
What'd you whisper?
What?
What'd you whisper?
I killed Yumi.
I killed Yumi.
Oh my god! Let's go to a 10-minute bathroom break. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll come back for Russ's reaction. See you soon.
Right.
Alright, I hope you've emptied your bells because it is time to learn some shit. So, it will be morning time. Everyone usually goes to breakfast around 8. If those who are going to the meetings want to say they somehow woke up a little early, maybe 7 or 6, you can do so. Good morning.
Yes.
He ain't waking up
I was like,
early.
Yeah, I wake up early. To go to my meeting early?
Yeah?
Like, or to go to breakfast early? Yeah, I'll go to I'll go early.
Okay. Actually, you beat Trevel's up.
Penny don't sleep. She's like, but yeah, she's there and ready.
Okay, yeah, you can see kind of like a light that's lit in her room, kind of shining on the back of the tapestries that's on the back of the door that keeps it so it's not just bars. And you see this silhouette kind of get up from the bed and walk over and just peek the curtain a little bit. Door unlocks and opens up.
I'm going to vomit my swarm and have them like put themselves like as close to the ceiling or like our wall as possible, so they can like be outside of the door to have a look, so I can like know if someone's coming before they knock on the door.
Sure. To onlookers, it'll look like just a really dirty part of the hallway.
Perfect. And then I will walk in, close the door behind me. The little lock guy.
She looks really fucked up. She's walking over to her cabinet. She's gonna open her cabinet, and this like arm boing is gonna like pop out and just start like mixing this bottle. As she's just gonna lean against the cabinet. Well, make yourself at home, Penny. Do you want a drink?
No, I like to keep my head nice and clear when I'm plotting the destruction of the world, but you know, just slight things.
As soon as he puts the last drop, her clothes just kind of change into her outfit. She's very energetic and turns around. Oh, thank you. Oh, well. No one's outside. We're alone?
I believe so, yes.
She's going to reach under her bed, the package, and slide it onto her bed that's not made, that's really messy because she just got out. Where do we begin, Penny? Where do we begin? Tell me. Are there any questions you have, and then we can work from there?
Everyone seems to have a ulterior motive.
Yes.
All these teachers are doing something or in someone's pocket. But what is your thing? What does Maya Troubles want?
Everyone has a variation of a motive, Penny. What we all share in common is we want to welcome the Cthulhu to this world. Once she is here, the Sylvanelle is not prepared. She will bring destruction through the minds of all humanoids. Within the first year, I guarantee it. Everything will die. Everything.
And what does that do for you? What do you gain?
I gain the knowledge that I helped destroy the world. I mean, isn't that what we all want in the end? The biggest, most evil act? To end all recordings of evil? Everything. In pieces. Or in rot. As she puts her hand on her package.
I'm not really for the whole chaos. Much like nature is chaotic, it is also quite orderly. I would love to see a change of how things are done, but to see everything just be destroyed and then be nothing is so moot. Such a, dare I say, easy way out. Kill everything and my problems are done? Of course, because if I just wanted to kill all my problems, I would, but that's too easy. I want to change the problems so they no longer exist. Rid the problems of the world, and then everything that's important flourish. Like, she references her arm and a plant blooms. Like the Flora.
You wish to make the world beautiful? You believe you can fix it?
Beautiful? That's just a side effect of the natural occurrence of how things should go. I want to restore balance to the world where people, fauna, have messed it all up. So I need to start reworking the equation, taking some things out, moving some things around, and, well, you know what happens. You know how you got your powers. I've heard the stories of how you reworked that ooze. That came from people and their ignorance, doing things that were much out of their means, instead of just doing it the right way.
I'm afraid it's just not possible. Not by any chance or motivation of our own, but Cthulhu is ready now. She is strong. She just needs a little bit more. And if you don't do it, and if I don't do it, Fetale will do it. Now, what makes everyone's motivations slightly different is who wants to be the one to raise her. Evening Bloom believed Fetale was no good. She's stalling. Cthulhu is ready now. Something is motivating Fetale to wait. And if we wait any longer, the heroes will arrive. I have no doubt my students will defeat them. But those good souls could make us sick. Could destroy all the work of the evil souls we have helped create. Like yours, your form of evil will feed her.
Who's pulling Fetale strings? Her actions have always hit me as slightly above herself. Her air of confidence just seems too panache.
Yes, she is a very closed-off, confident woman. But she has a past just like we do. Very entrepreneurial, take what you can get and run past. You bugs start making noise outside. Can you hear through them or see through them?
I can telepathically communicate like a familiar.
Can they contact you first?
Yeah.
Okay, they're flying around trying to take down this little tiny dinosaur that has walked up to the door and is listening. And now it's running.
Do you know of anyone who uses dinosaurs as a messenger tool? Strikes me as a Russ Quinn kind of thing, but he's also not super nosy.
Yes, that is Russ. Is he outside right now?
One of his little hatchlings were trying to eavesdrop, but my bugs stopped them.
Ah, fuck me. Hold on one moment.
What does he work for?
Livia, what would you like to do?
Did you say Livia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna wake up, do my morningly thing of getting back into school, I guess, and looking like Areola Frankenstein. And I'm gonna like find my cat, and I'm going to communicate with Bubbles and like see what Bubbles saw going. If Bubbles saw anything happening last night that would be worth of mention.
Who's Bubbles?
My familiar, my cat.
Oh, I missed
That
the
was
name
roaming
completely. I was like,
around.
I think it's the cat. Okay, so yeah, they'll put you back up into Dragontooth. You can sneak your way down to your room where there's Bubbles. Bubbles said there was nothing that went on in that room last night. It's pretty chill. Nobody came looking for Ayla.
That's a good sign.
But
No one's looking for you in Dragontooth.
you're in Chronosteer. Okay. Yeah, Chronosteer has no teachers, so those rooms are very dark, and there's a very like sullen feeling all over this dorm floor.
Yeah, I'm just vibing. That doesn't bother me at all. Like these
Cool.
teachers mean nothing. That's like nothing to me. But yeah, so I guess I do need to go and locate a teacher though. Trebles. I need to like find her and find
So you have
Bognak.
been told about how if you're not a student, you can't get into the dormitories, but you know you can go to the Vourgrim lounge, but you just can't get into the dorm.
Got another student taking me in there, right?
No, you can't go
Or
in
I
there at
just
all.
can't get in at all. Okay.
As you stand outside of the lounge, kind of at the furnace, just kind of thinking of how you're going to get in there, back in the room with Penny and Trevels, she goes and opens the door. The bugs kind of fly back and hover. She sees the tail fly back. She's going to run down the hallway, see it run into the bathroom, and then she's going to come back to you and tell you that it's definitely Russ. He's been sending his little dinosaur to get his messages through the hole behind the toilet that the students sometimes use to sneak through to go from one dorm to another, because there's no like magical thing that can keep you. But she'll take care of Russ. She's not worried.
Does he have a allegiance to one side of the faction or another with the teachers?
No,
Is he
he,
spying on you? Or he just in the
he
wrong
really
place at the
likes
wrong time?
Sazmath and B. I caught him doodling again.
Oh, very, 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 very much so interested in B. Can confirm that with.
Oh, I don't know. Your evil doesn't sound like this evil. I mean, graphic pictures. The boy is a good artist. I mean,
Trying
the
to make
detail
dinos.
just to stink lines.
Yes, he loves the things he loves, and he likes to depict them in very artistic ways. He writes books, about. It's not important. It's a whole.
Yes,
thing.
your dinosaur might. Yes, whatever. Yes.
Um.
Well, he's gone now.
Yes. And I'll kind of like gesture us back so we can just like to calm us back down and move us back into the conversation if it seems like if she thinks it's clear to continue to talk.
She does.
So it seems. So what is the difference between who raises Miss Cthulhu if they get raised?
Well,
Just
that's
that Fetale
the
is
dilemma. Fetale raised us all back from the dead. She bound us together as vampires. But
Correct,
something
yeah,
strange is
compared-
happening where when the teachers are dying, their beds are disappearing. I believe she's doing it. I think she wants our evil souls in there, which I don't blame her. We all inevitably will go to Cthulhu. But she's stalling. Something's happening.
So she's also using your souls. Okay, I'm
Yes.
gathering things. I'm seeing what's happening. Can you, being that you're enthralled to her as her vampire thing, I'm not sure of your relationship particulars, but can you go against her? I know Artheon had some choice words
No,
for her in his time.
I cannot go against Fetale. If I had to go against Fetale, I'd have to go through Sazmath. Evening Bloom tried that, and he's offshore.
Why through Sazmath?
Sazmath is her watcher. He's the one who tells her everything. Who's doing what. If it wasn't for Sazmath, I don't believe Fetale would be concerned at all with the students. I don't believe she would know what's going on. I mean, after all, she's keeping herself locked away so that if she is scryed on by chance through an anti-magic field that breaks by Summit, she won't give anything away.
Sounds very paranoid. But if Summit's coming for her, again, you make sense. Why not just raise Cthulhu, a big giant defender? But perhaps she's...
Exactly. Why not now when she's ready?
Well, perhaps she's not ready to leave this mortal world. You said she'd have to join you. Perhaps she intends to... Perhaps if it were me and I would have to destroy my own body, I would also raise a school and an elite team of villains to sacrifice themselves so that I did not have to die. Because that sounds like a much smarter plan than me killing myself.
But
surely.
if Cthulhu is ready now and she can do all of that, why does she stall? The heroes
Perhaps
will
she
come
needs-
here, and those are good souls. It will prolong it. It will make it later. I believe she's...
But no heroes have died here. Only villains have died here. Perhaps she's just trying to fill the void that is her soul count. I don't think she intends to leave. She doesn't strike me as a woman who likes to lay down after she's done winning, if you know what I mean.
No, absolutely.
But I think her goals are a little more broad than Cthulhu, if you know what I mean. Cthulhu may be an end to a mean, but...
She's going to put her hand on the package. I just don't think I have to wait for her. I think for once, Landria will not rule the school, but instead, Maya. Sweet, genius Maya. Perhaps it is my time. Perhaps it's our time.
The hothouse is looking larger than ever, and at the top of things.
I just wish I knew what Evening Plume thought. He was the brightest of them all.
Where's Evening Plume?
He's gone.
Yes, someone mentioned that he was gone. Is that like a dead thing? Because sometimes I know teachers like to run away as well. So are they dead?
After Bognak and Yumi were killed by Fetale, Sazmeth reported on Evening Plume that he was working against her. He did not stay to fight because he knew he would lose. So he left. He's gone.
Ran away. So could still be here somewhere. People like to hide around.
On the rocks.
Anywhere, perhaps. I mean, Dragontooth has a lot of nooks and crannies. Have you tried personally reaching out to Evening Plume?
Any time I spend outside the anti-magic field of the school is more suspicion arise? Yes.
Well, I suggest you try inside and also maybe outside. I do think there's some planar play involved, but just to save bases, it would be terrible to not have used ascending in your own home to find out your friend is hiding. Remember, the guy was hiding in the walls for all that time, so learn from your master, I suppose.
It's getting late. Breakfast is about to begin. Perhaps we should continue this conversation a little later after I've investigated a little.
Sounds appropriate. Keep me in the loop as much as you can.
Cool. She's going to escort you out the room. She's already made up. She's going to put that package back under her bed, lock her door, and make her way up towards the furnace right as... I almost said liver. Livia. Right as Livia is sitting there thinking of how to get to Trebles.
Oh, Trebles, there you are. I was just looking for you.
Ayla. Ayla, I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time.
Oh, Ayla, yeah. What do you? I've been here the whole time. But I kind of do have a message for you if you catch my drift. And when I point my finger at Trebles, I'm going to actually cast message so that she just receives it and I don't have to like say it out loud or anything like that. That I'm working with Evening Plume and I have a message for her if we could talk somewhere more privately.
Can she respond? Message?
Yeah.
No.
She can't.
Oh, and can reply.
Well, she's just going to say out loud, for you to go back to your room, go to the bathroom, go through the hole, find some way to go through the hole and meet her at her room. And she's going to turn right back around to her room as Penny was about to leave.
Oh.
We got an update.
Oh. Oh, you work fast.
All right, what are you doing, Livia?
Yeah, so I'm doing what needs to be done and making my way to that weird little bathroom fiasco thing.
Can you fit through the hole somehow? It's literally like that.
Oh shit, it's a small hole.
It's a small hole. You can fit just like...
You can't stretch this one, girl.
Is there any like lube or?
They could wild shape.
I can't wild shape.
While you think about that, B is going to be wildly woken up. Boom, 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 boom. And it's Russ. And he's just like, B, get up! B!
B rubs her eyes, the loud noise, but then realizes it's Russ, so she's not as angry as she would have been, but she's still definitely perturbed. Her slumber was disrupted. What is it, Russ? It's so early.
I just found out so much shit. We're all souls being fed to Cthulhu. That we're gonna die. That we don't have a choice.
We're not gonna die if we kill whoever's trying to kill us, right? I mean, I can do that easy.
It's the professors and Fetale. And
Okay, so-
and fucking and that plant teacher, Trevels, that's her name. She's gonna fucking kill all of us with Penny.
Not if I kill Trevels first.
But working with Penny, we can't kill Penny.
So I'm gonna leave Penny out of it, of course I am. Doesn't mean I can't kill all the professors.
I mean, they're really strong.
Looks down. I'm really strong too, and so are you, and so is everybody else. Don't you agree? Can't take on all of us at once.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay. All right, well, I guess that's all I wanted to tell ya.
We're just gonna have to get everybody together. Maybe we'll have to come up with our own plan. I'm not the best at making plans, but I know if both of us work together, we can probably come up with something solid to convince everybody else.
All right, where do we start?
She's gonna pull Russ, I guess, in so they can make plans together.
As he sits there, as you guys both stare at like a blank piece of paper he has.
Obviously, I'll write it,
Yeah, of course. That goes without saying.
So, okay. Kill professors. Russ, dinosaurs, B, bite. So is Penny still on our side?
I would think so, yeah. Put Penny down there.
I don't want Penny to kill me and then I, save her and then she kills you.
He's not gonna kill either of us, trust me.
Okay, Penny, question mark, with a check.
Then I guess Bognak, maybe? I'm still confused about that whole situation.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to think he's a ghost.
I mean, that's really fucking close with that weirdo Will Hemming, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh my god, what if they made dinosaurs and it was that?
Ugh, don't put that image in my head. I hate that.
I don't know. I don't even know how any of that works. Anyways. All
We
right.
know, Russ.
Well, which teacher should we kill first?
He just kind of thinks for a second. Well, I would say
Those are
Evening Plume, but I have no idea where he is. I know he's still got to be around somewhere. He wouldn't go down without a fight. So I would say Evening Plume, but we got to locate him first. So maybe Trevels.
Yeah, actually, it's kind of fucking obvious. Yeah, kill Trevels first, asterisk, Evening Plume if you find him.
On solid.
Cool.
She reaches her hand out to shake Russ's hand on the plan.
He just kind of draws his hand back a little bit and looks at your hand.
Licks it, and then she looks at it for a second and is like, something wrong with my hand, and licks it, and then rubs it off on her clothes and then sticks it out again.
No, it's not you. Ever since I found out that Bognak killed Yumi. I've been feeling different.
What do you mean?
I don't know, like I ate a really bad pot of beans or something.
Just sticks out her finger and like pokes him in the stomach and goes, "You feel anything?"
He's just gonna get up like super sweaty, like pull up his eye patch, his eyes kind of closed, and just kind of rubs it. Like, well, it's kind of. He grabbed the paper and just run out of the room. The doors just like slam. You just hear down the hallway.
She's just used to it at this point, so she's like, "Be back." In her head.
What are you doing, Bognak?
Bognak's ears perk up as he hears screaming down the hallway, and he's like, Will? No, so a couple things. So I think
You're in the closet, by the way.
Yeah, I'm in a closet. I can't go anywhere. This is my main question to you, Scott. So that potion of infinite clairvoyance I drank, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that soul transferable? Like, is that still within Bognak? Is the question.
Can I still do that?
I haven't cast it yet, but I can try.
You made a clone of yourself.
It is technically a clone of yourself. It is technically a clone that's a younger body of yourself. But then you can make an argument for a lesser level. But I don't want to do that. So if I'm going to do that, I got to say that the potion that's permanently on you stays as well.
So potion of clairvoyance. So Bognak's gonna keep an eye on the school, just like through his clairvoyance potion, almost like a security camera, just kind of like changing views around until he sees something interesting throughout the night. Because I think he's just like he's not used to sleeping anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in his like younger, the past 6 years, he's gotten used to just like I'm like kind of on edge. I'm up all night.
Everything's pretty quiet in the night except for Kincaid, who's like sleeping in Gibbles in the closet.
Oh yeah, because he doesn't have a mascot to go anywhere. I guess So I guess Bognak, because he and Kincaid are probably pretty tight at this point, he's just gonna keep a clairvoyance on Kincaid, just to watch him during the night, and that's how he spends his night before he meets with Culverlack for eggs and something else apparently that Culverlack.
Not Culverlack. Who is it?
Roshk.
Oh, Roshk.
Roshk. Yes. Yeah, it is. He has
Roshk.
Yes, so when you come out, he was prepared. He's already made poached eggs. Yummy.
Those are my favorite of the eggs.
Oh, I hope you like them. I tried to think about your soul and what it would want, and I hope it does you good. Now, I can't be here long. I do have work to do today, you silly boy.
Silly boy. Thank you, Professor. I just, it's really good to feel like myself again. You know,
Yes.
I finally feel like I am who I should be again.
Well, you look much better. Not dead.
Thank you. Yes. No, I feel much better physically. And oh my God, eggs! And Bognak's gonna eat them because I haven't eaten in so long. He's just like shoveling.
Yes, eat. Oh yes, you asked me about Olivine.
Like, and he's gonna look so Professor.
He just wipes your mouth.
Thank you. I've pieced together a lot in my 12 years away from the school. Apparently.
Good God, it was that long.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I've grown a lot. I've thought a lot. I've mourned a lot.
You poor thing.
And yeah, it is what it is. I'm trying to own my destiny now, but there's only one thing I can't figure out, and it's what I asked about yesterday. You know, I understand. I found Inger's notes. I've studied everything I've studied about myself. I've read the biographies. I know everything.
You will find nothing on Olivine in the books in the library, because she does not wish for you to know about her.
But who is he except for the last Dragonborn? What does that even mean for the world?
He's more important than the last Dragonborn, my dear boy. Olivine was raised by some very confused adventurers. Treated him good sometimes, treated him bad sometimes, but inevitably they abandoned him. or that's how he sees it. He was born right as a great wish was made by an old tabaxi to end all Dragonborn, a wish so strong it monkey-pawed in the opposite direction. And now the poor boy, the last boy, Olivine, that was born, aged a year in his mind for every day he was alive. Every soul in memory, dream, love, and hatred of all the Dragonborn that disappeared coalesced into his soul. His soul is bigger than all of us. His soul contains generations. As he aged, he was confused, he was sick, and he was upset. He inevitably took over what was now an encased old Bastion Kingdom where he lives alone until he was approached by Fetale. He brought forth the idea of bringing a beast, a monster, from another dimension. She was intrigued, so she brought back Sazmath. Well, that's his specialty. He told her all about it. About the Githyanki in the Astral Plane that wished to escape. How he controlled all the Ithalids. She loved the idea. Finally, she found a way to defeat Summit. She was able to crawl her way through the ranks at Summit and came up with the idea of a secret place that only she and the dragons would know, which is why she personally had her hand in retrieving the black dragons after Asgarath, trading the Emerald City for servitude. So then she had it. It was past and she had her own place, because she knew the only way to make Olivine's dreams come true was with souls, evil souls. The more evil they are, the healthier she becomes, the stronger she becomes, where she can burst through the plane without any aid. But the more good souls she contains, the weaker she is, and she cannot get through. Once she is here, it does not matter what soul she consumes, what brain she infests. She will dominate this planet. It's quite exciting. Wow. So you see, Fetale is in servitude to Olivine. Because there's one last thing about him. He is immune to everything. You cannot stop him. One might say he's much scarier than Cthulhu. Is that what you wanted to know, my boy?
If Olivine's so powerful, why hide? Why not show he's the one calling the shots?
Because of his only weakness. His mind is scattered.
But if Cthulhu can consume some of those souls, some of that scatteredness, can they become whole?
I believe you're asking questions now that Fetale would not like to hear. I cannot allow you to say these thoughts to her. As my love, I cherish you. I wish to see you through to Cthulhu's last consumption. That was weird.
It sounds like, yeah, there's some other consuming you want to do, Professor. But nonetheless, Bognak's nervous by that comment. He just kind of looks around. You mentioned a way out. I fear if I wait here, I will not make it to the last consumption. In fact, my soul escaped here once before, and I fear I would slow Cthulhu if I were to die. Would I not? So,
I believe that's why your soul was able to leave after the first time you died to Fetale. Because Cthulhu did not want to consume your good soul. Perhaps that's why Fetale threw you in the lava, to disintegrate all of you.
yeah. That makes sense. Is there anyone I can go to survive? Is there any of us can go to survive?
Another plane of existence, I suppose. For this world is soon doomed.
Well, I tried that, and let me tell you, it's not a good time.
Then no. He's gonna reach out for your hand.
I let him grab it.
But we could do this together, you and I. Give ourselves over, now, before the heroes arrive. Perhaps Cthulhu will be so strong she will grace this world early.
Professor, we both know my soul isn't worthwhile to Cthulhu.
With souls like Yumi, I'm pretty sure Cthulhu is almost full. What's a little bad taste in her mouth?
If you take me there, blueberry pie, you can bet your lady will die.
Oh, the tragedy of Lady Shake. I will go to the ends of the world for you, Bognak. I'm just lucky enough that literally around the corner. He's gonna stand up. So are you with me? We kill ourselves at midnight.
Can we do it on the shores? I want to be close to Will.
Hand in hand, I will lead you there into the unknown, giving up the plays I so long wished to observe. Boggy old bog. I look forward to our date. I must alert the students that their director will be taking sabbatical.
Isn't it more dramatic to leave it a surprise?
A poet!
Gonna die.
Oh my god, this is phenomenal. This is like better than my great grandmother's soap operas.
I know anything that comes out of your mouth now will be purely passion. And I do not want to spoil this day with sin, even though that's what my whole point. So instead, let us make sweet nothing gazes across the room. I will keep the teachers at bay, while keeping myself at bay. Enjoy your last day, my love.
Our last day.
Hated that.
Our last day.
I have a little kiss. And Bognak in his head's like, I'm edging a teacher.
More than the edge, girl.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
you fucking did the power of the girdle, bro.
Look, that was... I looked at my options.
You girdled him.
I will await in the closet. And I just go sit in the
At this
closet.
point,
Yeah,
just
you will.
at this point, just pray that at the end of the 4 or 5 days or whatever, that like he fails again. Otherwise, he's gonna be fucking pissed, or just have him kill himself.
There is no 4 or 5 days. We're jumping in the ocean.
All right, cool. What about B? What's B doing?
I guess I'm gonna go find Penny. B's gonna go find Penny and talk to Penny about the plan that her and Russ concocted earlier to get Penny's point of view on it.
Okay, so she's still in the right room right now. So you're looking, Livia. You were trying to find a way to get through the hole.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I've concocted a plan. I'm just gonna send. I feel like. Yeah. Will my cat fit in the hole?
Yes.
It'll fit in the hole.
Yes.
I really had to like think about that.
I really want to make a joke, but I'm not.
Yeah, we all do. Mine out of the
No.
gutter.
Okay, so I'm gonna get Bubbles to go through the hole. I'm just gonna like take over Bubbles' mind and like see and do that whole thing.
Can
and
Bubbles
make my
talk
way
for
in.
you? Like, can you talk out of Bubbles?
Well, this is my next thing. Can't I cast message through Bubbles?
If you can cast
So,
magic
like-
through your familiar, then yes.
Then yeah, I can do that, so I can at least be casting message between Pebbles and I.
Okay.
As I sit there looking like a devil cat.
Yeah, you send Bubbles through the hole. Bubbles goes into Valorgrim. Bubbles goes to the door. Penny, your bugs alert you immediately. There's a fucking cat walking up to the door.
Does he use cats? Russ? Now there's a cat outside.
No, he doesn't. Let's just catch him. She's gonna go to the door and open the door. The bugs are gonna scatter. The cat is like right there.
Yeah, message. This is me. Well, I guess Areola through the cat. I'm gonna talk to you through the cat. It's my only way in here, Troubles.
Get in. She's gonna bring you inside and shut the door. And you see she's just gonna like kind of maybe hesitating a little bit. Go ahead and roll her persuasion check as she's like kind of blocking the package.
I'd like to add, while this perception check is going on, that B is tracking Penny's scent in order to find Penny. So B is slowly approaching the door, but hasn't gotten there yet. B is on the way.
So you're in Barrelhorn, so you'd have to go through the bathroom hole to get.
Shit, you're right.
But I will say that Russ was out there trying to get to Trevel's, and that's the only way he can get through. So as you go to like look through that bathroom, you're gonna find Russ's familiar there.
Okay. I'm gonna if his familiar is still there, I'm gonna send him back through the hole.
Okay.
Go just turn into it.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about it, but that's a lot. So.
Okay. He's gonna tie a note around its neck and go back and tell you if you want to get it, just go through the hole because they're meeting right now. They're all meeting again.
Okay, B just nods. Just gonna wait for Penny, I guess. To finish the meeting, I'll just miss on whatever they're talking about as a group.
Okay. Yeah. What are you saying to Trevel's?
Yeah, so essentially I just like let Trebles know that Evening Plume wants her to do the dastardly deed and release her evil upon the school, murdering everyone, and
She's gonna look at Penny.
I would assume that would entail us escaping so that we're not murderees in some sense. I know everyone here plans to be a sacrificial pawn, but I have my own agenda, as I'm sure you two do as well.
I look at Maya. I'm just gonna get her take on what's happening. 'Cause I'm like,
This is kind of a meta thought, but do you remember those people that just killed themselves that one time in the Hall of Remembrance? Suicide cults are a thing apparently in this world.
they really into killing themselves. They're relating.
Yeah.
They weren't in campaign 1, okay? This is the brand. She's gonna tell you, I mean, that's all the proof you need, Penny. I knew it was a good idea from the beginning. What do you say?
I'm not against removing Fetale from her seat of power and you doing whatever you're doing, but I think there's more that's going over your head, and I hate to be short-sighted in things. I've seen that get a lot of people killed. Do
Yeah,
you
and I
think
see that
this-
she's like really excited to set this bomb off, but I was also instructed to bring Bognak back to them, which means I'm assuming Trebles, you're more than welcome to come as well, and then your protege Penny, why not? Also come back and hide out. I don't. Evening Plume wants you in the end, needless to say, after you've let this bomb off.
If this
Sounds
works
like
like
it wants
I
you to
think
fight.
it will, anyone on the rocks won't survive.
Yeah, this is kind of a take everybody out sort of situation. I'm interested to know if you think that it's really going to take out Fetale, because I'd hate for all this to go down and then she still get what she wants and us not be here, and then she just wins.
My plan does not require Fetale to die. If Fetale finds a way to escape, that's just one. The overwhelming amount of death
evil souls all at once, if Cthulhu is already ready, would just trigger it. And if not, Cthulhu would feel ready and confront Fetale and then would notice that she's stalling. We're playing our hand because it's the best time. I think it's now or never.
You all seem to really enjoy being used as pawns and not having any questions about it, and it just personally doesn't sit right with my conscience. I like to be on top of things before they fall down, as they say.
Well, as soon as we're done with this conversation, I plan on escaping back to the rocks, so I'll be there with Evening Plume, who I'm assuming is going to take part in the resurrecting of Cthulhu and all this shit. My end goal here is to just kill Fetale, so if she doesn't die by your watch, I wouldn't mind that, so I can finish her off.
She's going to pull the strings off the package, and the manila paper is just going to flap open on the sides. And you see it almost looks like a pillow, but it's like glass. And inside's this like swirling poison that's just like beating on the glass from the inside very violently and then swirling like a pissed off lava lamp. And she's going to say, "Then I'll give you time. I'll release it at midnight. You have until then to kill Fetale or escape, or whatever. Because I respect you, Penny, and I respect your allies, and I respect Evening Plume. But, as a vampiric slave of Fetale's, I see this as my best way out. My last evil act."
I pity you because you're stuck under her control. There's no way you think you can break that. I'd hate to lose such a phenomenal ally with such a like-minded soul. But if you're forever indebted to this woman, then that is going to be a problem.
Not unless the words leave her mouth that I am free, I am trapped. We all are except Sazmath. Ironically, the one devoted to her.
Is it a willing saying of the words or just a factual saying of the words?
Willing. Intention. Right. Tricky.
That's cute. Well, I did want to just drop one simple thought by you, which I'm sure you've thought about, but it's something that flashed through my brain when I heard the amazing story of Maya Troubles. They say that you repurposed that little bit of ooze and doubled the kill range of your magic, and I could only imagine, or wonder, what a powerful sorceress like you could do if you could repurpose the power of a god to kill anything you wanted. But perhaps that's just me being a big brain. Oh, well, you know, Cthulhu, these
Not a
gods
god.
They're all these gods, they're sources of magical energy, sometimes limitless, easy to be repurposed if in the right circumstances. I've read a lot of books about how Asgarath was doing some things and failed, and I've made a couple of notes. And I've just was very inspired by your work, and it may come up again in history, and I will make sure to put you in the footnotes, inspired by.
I've always been a fan of your exuberance, Penny. I wish you the best of luck. If you do escape, and you get to see the glory of the destruction of it all, I hope you do write a book. Maybe you can partner with Russ now that he knows so damn much.
Perhaps. He's an interesting fellow for sure. But I kind of looked down at this cat. You have any input, cat?
I mean, if you wanted to roll with me, clearly you trust Trebles. This is welcoming evilry at its finest, if I say anything. So, meet up with old Areola, and who's not actually Areola. You'll see who I really am once we're, escaping. But until then,
Tits out,
catch up with you.
Your bugs are going to notice that the dinosaur is back watching again, just to let you know, too.
And I will pass it along to Trebles. And it's not that Russ is the dinosaur, he's sending the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Does it have a note on him this time?
No.
Yeah, I'll tell Maya about it, and I will in the meeting? I don't think I have anything else to. I can
Cool.
talk forever, but
She's not concerned. She says basically just like, let him have a fun last day.
see you at midnight, or not. See
10
you at
p.m.
midnight.
10 p.m. is when I depart.
I'm talking to Maya Travels. She's gonna drop this thing at. So I'm like, see you at. Happy New Year. Exiting salutation.
Cool. She's gonna shoo you guys out and rewrap that package and shut her door.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will backtrack. I don't know how you got in here, but I'm gonna go out the regular way. And I assume I'm
I
gonna
roll
run
with
into.
you back to my human. Or not really human, tiefling, but
I could.
not
I'm not
really
gonna tell you to live
tiefling,
your
other
cat life.
body.
Yeah. And Russ's dinosaur is gonna go back to tell Russ, and Russ is gonna tell B that the meeting's over and you guys are leaving.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna run into B. I feel like he's
Yeah,
tracking.
you're
me.
definitely gonna run into me.
You'd have to
for
go up to
sure.
the furnace to run into her, or a specific lounge.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave out of the argument and go back into a more public space because I know that people can't like always come in here. I got lots of friends.
Is that around the time
Um,
Bognak is leaving that office too?
Am I supposed to leave the office? I feel like if I'm seen out, it's not a good
Oh, I
look.
forgot to tell you what Rosh did is he gave you access by making up a random name. And he literally was so caught up in his feelings right now that it was like blah blah blah. It was just enough to sneak on her paper and get her to sign it without even really knowing what was going on. So allow you. So Fetale's not going to come up here and she's not going to look around. You just have to avoid Sazmath or hope students don't tell Sazmath. That's basically it. And he'll try his best to help you too.
Okay. I tell him before I leave the room as well. I'll be like, there's one thing really bothering about the plan tonight. There's one other person I'd like to see. It's a good friend of mine. I just want to see him off before we go to feed the great soul.
Who?
Well, MJ. Will Hamming.
What a shock.
The ghost?
The first day I arrived here, he's the one person that didn't treat me like a freak. And I guess it's because I didn't treat him like a freak.
Oh, Buggy,
Even though he was.
he was stolen by the sullen slitter. He's not here.
I know, but I can feel he's alive. And is there any way we could call the Sultan Slitter here?
I mean,
If we're all going to die anyway, there's a lot of treasure for them to take.
are you suggesting we display all of Dragontooth's treasure to lure in an enemy ghost ship so that we might rescue a ghost before Cthulhu rises?
Cthulhu could need him too. Just so we're all together in the great one.
But we would have to go now. We need the most time for the sullen slitter to realize it's even here. We have plans.
Yeah. I can get it started if you can show me where the treasure is.
No,
I don't want to be.
There's no way you could go down there without triggering Fatale's attention. But perhaps I could go down there, but she would see me, unless you draw her attention. I would rescue you. It would be heroic. Imagine Boggy out in the furnace, dancing on the table like a minstrel of old. And I go down. She hears you. She has to show herself, giving up her scry protection. I will bring the treasure out, lure in the sullen slitter, and swing in like Tarzan. It could work.
You did not.
I did.
Did that.
I'm feeling it tonight.
Tazan!
I recently got.
Uh-oh.
Prefer George of the Jungle. I recently got his autograph.
Never heard of him.
$80 for it. Anyway.
So, what do you say?
So just so I understand the plan, Bognak goes out, dances like an idiot, draws everybody's attention, and he rolls up on the Sullen Slitter with gold and saves me.
Yeah, you don't do it yet. You got to give him time to go down, get all the treasure out onto the shore, and like somewhere halfway in there, you lure her so she can't come see what's going on. So then he'll finish getting everything out and then rescue you.
Do you trust me, Aladdin? What did you say? I said, do you trust me?
Bognak replays all the scenes of "Do You Trust Me" in his head, and just his dead corpse lying there, and he's like, well, third time's the charm.
All right, let's go to a 10-minute bathroom break, and we'll come back with everybody meeting and the beginning of this chaos. All right, we'll see everybody in just a second.
Re-ending.
All right, in case you just missed it, welcome back, everybody. Our party's coming together, except for Bognak, to get ready for the end. All right, guys, you all meet up at the furnace. You three see each other. Russ is there. Morton Zal sees you guys are there. He's starting to walk over. There you go.
I just look over at Penny and I'm like, are they with you?
Yeah, I guess everyone can know, honestly, because what are they going to do? And so, I mean, sure. But yes, they are with me.
Fair.
Now, first I'm going to walk up to Russ. Well, haven't you been adventurous today?
I'm having a great day. Fucking Yumi's dead. I just feel new things inside, like I just want to grab. Never mind.
Yeah, not to ruin your day, and I kind of look around, or anyone's day, but today might be, our last day here.
Oh, I
As you
heard.
all had, the whole Cthulhu and...
I told
his
B everything.
sacrificing. Oh, about
So we're gonna kill the professors, right?
We made a list.
It seems
Okay.
like
Starting with Trebles.
Yeah.
It seems
There's a lot
like
of trails here.
Yes, everyone's up to something. All the professors, everyone who works here is just against us, and so it's kind of seeming interesting. However, Trebles is trying to kill us currently, and Fetale is stalling for our deaths, which is confusing to myself and also the teachers. Seems to be she has something maybe else going on, but she's hiding away currently, claiming that she doesn't want to be found by the teachers or the heroes, but we've seen the heroes here, so that doesn't track either. So, that's my 2 cents. Also, Maya is trying to, did I mention this? Maya has a bomb and she plans to sacrifice everyone today. She doesn't want to wait for Maya. She doesn't want to wait for Fetale. She's tired of the stalling, as she calls it. And so she's called for a executive decision. And she's going to give us till midnight, and then she's going to kill everyone, it sounds like, to summon Cthulhu.
Not if we kill her first. I think that's a great plan, right, Russ?
Yeah, I completely agree. I actually don't even know why we're talking about it. It seems kind of obvious.
Because
The
we
problem
could
is-
just get out of here and let it happen.
The
Also,
problem
I'm
is-
not Areola Franken.
Huh?
Who?
Areola, the girl that I look like, I'm not actually Areola. I'm actually another person.
Yeah, you're
I just look like
Ayla.
Areola.
What?
Did you hit your head?
Like,
You did that Bognak thing where you pretend to be someone else and then we all know you're someone else and then we don't know.
So before I come to the school in the morning time from offshore, Evening Plume and them cast a spell on me that just makes me appear to look like Ayla, or whatever the little one says her name is.
So who are you
That
really?
sounds right.
Livia, I'm a tiefling.
But who are
probably-
you?
I am on my own mission here.
How'd you get here?
I'm here on evening. Oh, well, I guess I was kind of just like summoned here, you could say.
By Evening Plume?
Well,
you
not
were
just
summoned here by
Plume.
Evening Plume. I don't know if I can trust this person.
Yeah, I don't know, agriculture neurona. Actually, it's kind of fun to mess up on purpose.
It is, isn't it?
Okay, so you're working for Evening Plume. Penny's not working for Maya. B and I are
Okay, so
working.
I'm not really working for Evening Plume. I mean, I am in a sense of obtaining what my ultimate goal is, which is to ultimately reach Fetale and murder that bitch.
Okay, so
But-
maybe that's what we all want in common. We want to kill Fetale.
Yeah, so I'm saying let's run with that one and team up into this shit.
So let's kill her.
I definitely want to kill Fetale. I think the best plan is to kill all the professors, then make our way to Fetale once everybody else is out of the way.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
definitely a ladder we'll have to go up to get to her.
So to be clear, no one here is personally attached to Cthulhu and just wants to actually kill the professors and rule the world.
Yeah, sounds
Like you would think.
I mean, I'm cool with
No,
Cthulhu too if we can.
badass, but
Yeah, I was down to raise Cthulhu, but they want us to die for that.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
that's
doing
just
that.
Not a
tacky.
cause I
I
want to
don't-
die on.
I don't
I
really
have my
die for my I want to do it and then be like, oh, I did the thing. And they're like, I want to die. They've already died once. So I feel like it's a little lost on them.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just tacky. So I think killing the teachers would be the best bet.
Well,
They say
I
that
agree.
Sazmath.
I would just like to say that was my plan from the start, everyone.
I agree.
Thank you, Russ.
Travels tells me that Sazmath is the closest to Fetale and reports directly to her, and they all tiptoe around him because he will snitch to her.
So I say we kill him to lure that bitch out.
I'm
And
cool
then
with that.
Trouble setting the bomb off.
We still have Troubles to worry about, so should we kill Sazmath and then Troubles?
We have till
Trouble is
midnight
under
to
oath
kill
for
Trevels.
murder. Yeah.
Like, only till midnight.
I do also personally know that Sazmath and Travels do not get along very well.
What are
So
you guys
perhaps-
talking about? Mortenzal walks
What's
up.
that?
Who the
so much
fuck
has
are
been going
you?
on.
I'm gonna
This
kill
is
all
my-
the teachers.
Boyfriend.
Oh, wow.
That
Oh,
They're gonna kill us, so we want to kill them because we don't want to die to be evil. They want us all to die, including themselves, to raise Cthulhu, and that is just too old school for me. I'd rather rule the world and live to talk about it, but then kill myself because I wanted to, not because I had to do it. Anyways, we're changing.
yeah,
the
make
money.
it noble.
Correct. I don't want to
I agree with Penny. I agree.
I get that.
So I'm going to do whatever you do, Penny. We kill the professors. We stop it.
Yeah, because they need our souls, and that's kind of bougie. Also, we could be really dickish about it and just leave with all the students, because if we aren't here, then they can't raise Cthulhu because they need dark, dirty souls, which are us. But also, they can't really hunt us down, but also the outside world also does hate us.
Don't you think if we just leave and leave all the teachers and Fetale alive, that Fetale just end up killing the teachers anyways and raising Cthulhu anyways?
But she hasn't.
Yeah, there's a reason that bitch is stalling.
She's
not
stalling
doing
for
it
something, and the other teachers don't like it. So now she's caused infighting, but also the teachers don't like each other because of their loyalties to her, so.
Well, maybe perhaps we should get the heroes.
And you see Mortenzal change into Clea now.
Maybe we should just let the heroes come and feed the good souls to Cthulhu.
Yeah, it makes them all sick or something, and they don't like that. So I do like that plan, because if we're trolling the old people, I love it.
Mortenzal walks up.
that
What are you
is
guys
true.
talking about?
Okay. Oh yeah.
Double take.
Oh,
For the plan where I can kill
Please,
and
Niall.
bite as many people as possible.
We can also split up.
We could cover more ground.
do we think we can handle a teacher on our separately, or I'm not sure the best way to take them down. They are quite strong, and
I can
again,
take 'em.
Trebles does have a poison that kills people. No.
What if we steal
Let's
the
pick
poison?
them off one at a time.
Yeah.
We wouldn't need to steal the poison. I do know we have till 12 o'clock till she does that. So we have, so if we want to kill Sazmath first, because he likes Fetale and we don't want to kill her and then she knows that people are dying. So kill her Link, then kill Trebles because she's calm for a while.
Yeah.
All this
Oh, I-
thinking makes my
say it so
brain hurt.
casually.
Just tell me the first person you need me to kill, and I'll kill him.
Sazmath.
I think we're gonna
B
all
nods
try to
and
fuck her with
immediately
Sazmath.
hits the ground and
Oh my
starts
God.
spitting out for Sazmath.
Oh my god.
She's on to
We're
something.
back. We're gonna do it together. It's a group effort. Just find him and report back, B. Don't engage. Oh lord.
B nods and starts attacking Sazmath. Listen to
Russ is running behind you.
Great. I was like, Rush, you want to follow her, please? Because,
I'm on it.
so loud. So, I guess this is it. I always kind of expected a rebellion would happen, and I'm kind of excited. Woo.
I know. I didn't think that I would be a part of this.
But
Bognak.
you, just got here, so.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure we get him in.
Shit.
Yeah, where is Bognak? Ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh yeah. I need to bring him to evenings though.
He's preparing. He and Rosh are preparing a show-stopping number. He's like, "Dude, trust me. 5, 6, 7, 8." And he's like, "And this is what you do on the dining room table."
Yes. Make sure you get a flick.
Yes,
All right.
But,
I'm going to make my way down there. We must be quick.
do I need to start it now?
Give it 20 minutes. And if you wish to be dramatic, he's going to open his closet with all these costumes. Pick your poison, boy.
Oh my god, I would love that.
Oh my god. I'm gonna wear the carrot.
It's in there. It's in there.
I'm absolutely gonna wear the carrot.
Yes.
It's like, you got me. I'm just got like full armor on over this carrot costume with a dramatic sword.
Doesn't even look like a carrot at this point. It's just orange with like a green like tuft hanging off top of your head.
Well, this is about with the ability I expected to die, so I said third time's the charm. And I said, I'll see you on the other side, and I'm trusting you. I'll wait 20 minutes, and then I'll put on the show of a lifetime.
If this doesn't work, he's going to pull over the script for the show that you're in. He's going to flip to the last page and scratch it out. Just rip the page off. Go back to the page before. He's just going to show it to you. And it's going to have Max Carrot, and it's going to say, Max Carrot instead gets to kill the princess, and the whole world can see him as beautiful as I do. Roshk. If I don't make it and something happens and we get separated, I've got you.
I never thought I'd feel so beautiful again in my life.
And he's going to run.
Because Bognak at this point is a 30-year-old man, I think. When we get down to it.
In a young body.
No, well, technically 36 then, because I think he was 24 when he first went to the Astral Plane. And he said it was like 6 hours and then 6 more hours. So, yeah. Yeah, he's an older guy. He's an older dwarf. Still young.
All right, party as B and Russ are running away, and you guys can see it too. You just see in full sprint Professor Roshk with his like long coat behind him, running towards the library, and you hear him say something, and the books just start to move, and he just runs through it, and it shuts.
I went to his little student, his little teacher cubby thing.
He's too distracted to pay
School
any
is fucking
sort of
weird.
real attention to it.
Where are you
love
going,
that.
B?
The trail for size math. I'm tracking.
All right, roll an investigation check. Yeah.
The 13.
Okay, Bognak, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to wait 20 minutes.
Just like in the room.
Yeah, I think I'm getting in my costume. I'm getting ready. I genuinely like, because I don't like. I feel like I can leave the room, but I'm gonna cause a scene. So I'm looking through all my spells, my inventory, anything I can do. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for 20 minutes, and I'm gonna try and have a good cue.
All right. In that 20 minutes, what are Penny and Livia doing while B is snuffing out with Russ, Sazmath, and the scents are going to lead to Barrelhorn, where he is in his office.
I'm with Livia, and I'm kind of standing in the hallways, kind of walking. I feel like I want to pass along a message to people, but before I start talking to them, I'm kind of looking at Livia, and I'm like, do you think it might be easier if we can get the teachers to fight each other? Ross seems to be very indisposed. That only leaves Maya and Sazmath, I'm pretty sure.
How do you plan to pin those two against each other? You know them better than I.
Well, honestly, I could just tell Sazmath the truth. He'd hate it. He wants that not to happen, so it would put him in direct conflict with what he wants to do. And then if, we are around when this fight happens and all the chaos spells are thrown, no one knows what happens, and both teachers end up dead, and we are standing around over their dead bodies, that is saves time. And also, they look like they could probably hurt, and I don't want to have to lose any more people than I need to, because then it just adds to the Cthulhu thing. So,
Yeah, and if anything, after we locate Sazmath, I can just send bubbles around. I point down to my cat, and I can send bubbles around and just put the message right in Sazmath's head. He won't even know where the message comes from. He only knows me as Areola.
True. He trusts me, so I can simply tell him. If we intend to kill both of them in that same altercation, I have no problem telling him. I mean, I really don't care. I need them all dead. Him, Troubles, and Fetale, ultimately. So getting them to kill each other leaves just Fetale. Oh, and also Ross, but it's Ross. We can deal with him after.
Yeah.
He doesn't go into Barrelhorn. Beast just like finds that he's there, and then while they're having this whole conversation, starts heading back to report back to where he is.
Russ is going to remind you that, remember, we have our mascots. We can be stronger than them. We can do this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. They get back. 15 minutes have passed. You have 5 minutes for Bognak's show.
Yeah, so I guess I take a quick poll of the people who are there, and I go, do we think it's a good idea to pit the teachers against each other and have Sazmath fight Maya Troubles, and then we kill them in the process of their fight?
Yeah, because if they don't end up fighting, we just jump Sazmath either way to start with.
As long as I can get a few bites in.
Yeah, we can also do some magical pushing of thoughts if we need to get the motion stirring and throw some spells, some cover, We just need them to start fighting, and once they're in the thrall of it, they won't be looking around at who's hitting them, especially once they're dead. Is the goal. So, I would love to, if that sounds good to everyone, pit them against each other.
All the NPCs are cool with it.
Did you find Sazmath?
Barrelhorn.
Barrelhorn. Well, yeah, I guess I can't go in there, so if you could get him out to somewhere public, and then we could share the news, or if you wanted to, oh my god, that quote was dramatic. If you wanted to send Bubbles, as you said, to let Sazmath know that Troubles intends to use the poison to raise Cthulhu immediately, just to set it up.
Make it more timely. I get what you're saying. Yeah, let's do that then. Just watch out for my body while I'm in my familiar.
All right, as you guys sit down at the table with all of your allies, looks like you're normally eating breakfast. You're not doing anything as Livia just sits focused at the table in another body. You all turn and look, and you see the cat slinking towards the Barrelhorn dorm, and up from the steps of the lounge turns Bognak in a carrot costume. The cat
He
just
fucking goes again, you guys.
Cat's just gonna look up at Bognak.
The fuck am I seeing? I can't say anything because I'm a cat.
Right.
I pet the cat and keep walking. It's like, oh, nice to see some animals around. And I think the way I'm gonna start this show is I'm just gonna make my way up to the table with all of the allies.
Let it be known, my cat has walked away and I'm still on my mission while he does.
Right.
Yeah, the cat's going down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I look at the allies and say, hey, if you guys want to find a safer room to hang out in, I'm about to cause a ruckus. Also, if you can find a way outside, there's a pirate ship on its way, and I recommend we all get the fuck out of here. All right, so that's my contribution, and, well...
Well, you
it's
gonna knock him out
showtime.
again? I'll knock him out again.
Did you just say that out loud?
He stands away from B because he's like fully on the opposite side of the table. He knows B's. She's not a bear. She can't reach.
B literally raises her hand and says, "Do y'all need me to knock him out again? I can do it."
We have a plan to cause some ruckus ourselves this evening, Bognak.
Yes. Okay. So I'm just gonna like what's the plan before I've kind of got the whole outfit on. I've kind of been doing my thing. I'm sorry, I didn't want to come out.
Yeah. What's What's your thing? You're like dressed up for the occasion. What ruckus are you? I'm very interested by your ruckus, honestly. What are you trying to get up to right now?
It's almost like we've all forgotten about the school play. It's almost like
I've never heard this in so long.
It's almost like the auditions were not worthwhile. It's like, wear my carrot costume. It's like,
But it's not today. You're just in your costume.
do you know how many sets I built for this thing? I'm doing the show. I died. So my business to come back to this plane was to be Max Carrot and be beautiful, damn it. And here I am. So, anyway,
Everyone's looking at you at this point.
I'm already causing a ruckus. You all don't have to die. I just beg you to save Will Hamming. Just get the hell out.
Can I knock him out yet, you guys?
I'm begging you. I am begging you. Anyway,
Just sit back down.
it's gonna be beautiful. Get to the shore if you can. If anybody knows a way, now's the time. Fin de gauze under the rocks. You can probably grab them. They'd be a great ally to fight the pirates and get the hell off the island. Because otherwise, guess what? You're all gonna raise Cthulhu.
Yeah, there's gonna be a bomb going off tonight, so we're kind of gonna kill the teacher who has it, so that they can't do that, and then kill all the teachers. It seems like, so they don't kill us, because while we're all down with Cthulhu and being all big and bad, we really don't want to die for the cause. We think that's kind of old school, so we would like to live through our plans. So we will not be raising Cthulhu, at least not through our sacrificial means. So we plan to live. But
I love that
we're worried
idea.
about the teachers.
I love that idea, and I want all of us to live as well. That's kind of why I'm here. Why do we think that if the other teacher's confronted, they won't just set off the bomb?
No, they plan to set off the bomb tonight.
But if they're confronted, why not just set it off?
Right. We need to get them away from the bomb. They're not walking around with it. We need to get the bomb, but also we need to get them to fight. So there's a whole lot of things happening.
I have a great way to get them away from the bomb.
I know where the bomb is.
I like floof the green carrot over my shoulder, the green carrot thing over my shoulder.
Oh, it's the costume. You're showing us.
I draw them here. The only teacher that knows them.
Again, do you need me to knock Bognak out? Final time I'm gonna ask.
B, I think they're forming the plan. I think we'll just wait off on the beating just yet.
Okay. I was just checking.
Yeah.
Being really fucking obnoxious.
I'll let you know. I'll just slide you a note.
We've sent a little messenger to Sazmap to let him know that Treble's plans to use the bomb. So he should be coming out currently. So if you want to try to catch them in that, but I think he's going to come out pretty heated. We've kind of already set that in motion.
But won't he go straight for Trebles on the bomb? How are you getting Trebles away from the bomb right now?
Pause for a minute. The cat is arriving at Trevel's door. Sazmath's door.
Yeah. So
It's shut.
just scratching at the door.
It kind of opens up. Can I help you, kitty?
He just sees the kitty point right up to him, and yeah, that's a kitty point. It's a thing. I've trained her. Yeah, and he gets a message in his head. Professor Trebles plans on setting a bomb off later tonight on the school, murdering everyone and setting this whole Cthulhu thing right into motion. I suggest you do something about it.
How can I trust you, cat? Who the fuck are you?
It doesn't matter who the fuck I am. I managed to get to you, and here I am. I located you, found you, did this. Seems like you would trust some information, given the stuff that you know quite frankly about.
Swinging open the door. Is it spectral? Can he grab it? Is it?
Yeah, you can grab it.
Is it physical, like a real cat?
Yeah.
All right, he's grabbing it by the tuft of its neck. Nah, his hand is huge. He's just grabbing it around its throat and holding it. And he's just going to go in and shut the door and just kind of hold it on his desk. Like, just pin it down. Is this some form of communication you're speaking through?
Yeah. Duh.
What proof do you have
You
of
think I'm
this?
actually a fucking cat?
How do you know this information?
What do you mean? How do I know? I'm fucking telling you because I know.
He's just gonna rip the cat's neck in half and toss it on the floor. And then you don't see what he's doing. Alright, back to you guys.
Yeah, Livia comes back. Well, he cracked my cat's neck, and that didn't go as planned.
Did you tell him she was using a poison?
Yeah, but he was asking how the fuck would I know that? And I was like, because I know that.
Poison's a very particular thing. I feel like you have to know.
Yeah, and it's something that he definitely knows about.
What did you say? Poison? Did you use like a poison? Like, did you tell me it was like the poison?
You see Sazmath walk up the stairs from Barrelhorn without looking at any students and just walk straight to Valorgrim and then go down the stairs.
Things seem to be in motion.
Is she
And I
gonna
will-
set it off immediately?
I don't know. We're gonna go find out. Me and the Valorgrims, which I guess is just thruple,
Mm-hmm.
we'll head back to Valorgrim, and I'll tell Russ to meet us there.
Okay.
I've seen him there before.
B, he's gonna tell B, we gotta go through the hole.
Oh yeah, B also can come. And Bognak,
He's not going anywhere without her at this point. They got a day.
if you can get through a hole, which I don't know what you do at this point, you do lots of things, it seems like, vanishing, that'd be ideal. But if I can get eyes on the potion, if I can get eyes on the package, I can get it away.
The way I can watch from here.
So I can't actually get in there.
Yeah, I mentioned you.
Russ thinks
Yeah,
he
you can
knows a
put
way.
that. Who?
Russ thinks he knows a way. Hey, Pride Stalker! Big fucking panther looking tabaxi looks up. Remember those potions you have? Those shrinky ones that Kovrlak taught you how to make? Shut up, Russ. Well, if you don't give me a bunch of them, I'm going to tell Penny everything you've been doing behind her back, and then we're all going to kill you. And he's just going to point to B, and she'll become a fucking bear. He's just going to look at everybody. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, they were doing some shady shit, Penny. But one of the things they were doing is they were sneaking around on your own. All right! He's going to open up his bag and pull out these fucking potions. You little shit. And he's just going to walk across the table and just drop like 7 or 8 of those potions down. Watch yourself, Russ, or you won't make it another day here at Dragontooth.
I think we should
Kind
let
of-
little one speak. It seems like
He
he's got
literally-
tea to spill on
He
you.
literally wild shapes the second that he says that into a fucking bear.
Not the
Oh,
virus we
they
having
fucking
right
go
now.
hard.
But also, I step in between. I also step up in between Russ. But also, there's a bear there now, so I feel like that's less needed.
Oh, the picture's poetic.
Oh,
Alright.
This is like it's like the image when the whole party like forms together as one.
what do you do? Stop talking shit.
Yeah. Mortenzal stands up, Cleonile transforms into him and stands up as him.
You shouldn't be afraid of the truth. Whatever your name is, Pathfinder. Is that
Pride Stalker.
Pride Stalker? You shouldn't be afraid of the truth. It always comes back to haunt you. Me and Russ will be talking later, so I hope whatever you did was worth it. But we'll see. And I kind of turn around. We have things to do. Let's try to stay focused. Time
Yeah,
left.
honestly, what's going on now is better than my distraction.
Also, who are you distracted for?
Bognak just puts the script back in his bag.
Look, I'm asking this.
It was a one-man show. It was a stupid idea. Look, anyway.
Moving to Valorgrim with Cleonile and Mornzal, Russ, the potions.
Yep.
Whoever's taking that potion.
Everybody's able to go into their respective dorms and go through the holes, so you all meet up in the bathroom of Valorgrim. You can already hear a louder than normal discussion going on in Treble's room.
I'm gonna be real sneaky.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go get me a listen.
Roll me a stealth check.
Can I stop them and be like, I have a way to watch? And Bognak just like holds their hand out and casts clairvoyance into the room.
Oh, I mean, that'll work too, unless you still want to go, Livia.
Okay.
I need eyes on the package, so as soon as you can get it.
Yeah, so I can see in the room, so that way, just so we don't have to risk.
Bognak, you can see Maya has got her pack. She's kind of up against the wall on the opposite end. She's holding it. You can see the glass. You can see, what I described before as a potion. Sazmath is standing at the foot of the bed, and he's just standing there with literal fire in his eyes. And she's saying,
I could drop it right now, Sazmath. You know it is time to do it now.
and she's going to raise it above her head. Listen here, Maya. You're not doing what you think you're doing. Keep doing that. I love that.
Oh, is that you? I was like, is that
it was great.
Okay.
In real time. Just
You're
spot
wrong.
checking.
She's not ready. Fetale has her reasons.
Then tell me, what are the reasons?
Olivine is not ready.
What do you mean he's not ready? It's irrelevant what Olivine wants at this point. We are going to destroy the world, Sazmath.
We can have it all, Maya. Patience.
I have run out of patience.
And she's going to raise it above her head.
Bognak yells, run.
Yeah, I guess
Yay.
everyone runs to the door.
Yeah,
Go
run
to
to
the
the
door.
door. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand like underneath the package to like stop her pull down to where she's like still holding the package instead of doing it.
Roll a perception under maybe a little piece of the curtain that's open of the door, because you'd have to be able to see it to grab it with Mage Hand.
Yeah, B. I want B to knock. I would love for B.
What
I'm
is it?
gonna tell B to knock the door down. I'm like, make an
Yeah.
entrance.
I'm gonna knock it
23.
down, and I'm in bear form. So I
Okay,
think I have
all right. So athletics check on the door, and we'll say that 23 is perfect because she's probably about to bust down this door, and you
Got
kind
a
of
21. So.
there you go. The door shatters open, hits the back of Sazmath, kind of hits the bed, so his waist kind of folds over top on the bed, kind of bounces as the Mage Hand goes straight under the thing. I think Mage Hand's only 5 pounds though. So as the Mage Hand goes out, you see it's just struggling to pick it up as you're
I reach
outside the
out
door.
And I cast warp, so I can move it 10 feet into a new space.
As it warps, everyone roll initiative, but not right now. We'll do it next episode.
Okay.
So wait on your initiative rolls, and then we'll roll it live at the beginning of episode 27 into a fight with B, Bognak, Penny, Livia, Russ, Mortenzow, Cleonile, Sazmath versus Trebles.
And Maya Treble's in a little box. We're like in this room. We're like,
Yeah.
hey guys.
We'll be going straight to the door map when this happens.
Stand outside the room. There's not even room for us all in there.
We're gonna have
Just
fun.
fill the room
There.
up with spells.
I guess the plan was to kill both of them. So we're like, all right, well, we're here.
We're here.
Potion out and kill these
Yeah.
guys.
Meanwhile,
Shut up, Sazmath.
Roshka's stealing treasure right now. Just to let you know.
He's busy still. We don't know where Rosh.
But he's stealing Rosh, perhaps triggering Fetale catching him.
Well, she'll be busy. So.
Well, that's why
Yeah.
I wanted to show, but I figured this would be a bigger distraction than just me.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's probably you're probably right. But anyways, we'll come back to it. Thank you everybody for watching us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We hope you had a good time. Make sure to use those rooter points, and we'll see you next episode.
Fuck the system. Woo!
And don't forget, this Friday is the opening of the Into the Expanse. 2 days. And then the Lizard Folk comes out. Thank you everybody. Have a good night.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.